another Into the 24 Chambers podcast, and today we back at it again. We got the crew. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, boys.
Philski.
You got James.
And Edski, and today, um, well, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to discuss. Um, Reunited once again.
I guess I got him to point out too. I'm waiting for it to get on. He ain't gonna like this. I don't know if he know or not already.
If he's gonna hop in, that's a big.
I thought he was gonna watch it. You know how he be. Okay, okay,
Can't they say wrong now?
okay, we see right now.
Let me go ahead.
Like, you a grown ass man, cousin. You can't be on the phone. You a grown ass man.
All right, so Jamie, if you want to tell our viewers what we're going to be discussing.
I don't know. I think the permission should be given to Phil since I'm always the one to introduce the topics.
Okay, well,
Today's topic is the reveals from last week. The questions that Ed had got asked yesterday.
yo,
And predictions.
prediction.
The last two. Who was the last two? So we're gonna start off by saying that I like the reveals from last week. Uh, Anya, I'm kind of if we may design boring. I'm glad she back though. She's just like a, a, a Asian woman. And go out there. I don't like what they did to him. So, hey, Steve Bloom still.
He's still here. I don't think
Yeah,
many
do you?
people. I don't think many people had issues with the characters revealed, and if you do, I question your perception of Mortal Kombat. I feel like Lee May. Who the fuck is typing, bro? I'm trying to get notifications, bro. But I think Lee May was a great addition back. Glad to have her back. Baraka, glad to have him two games in a row.
They said Tanya look unrecognizable.
I don't know how she looks unrecognizable. What other black woman is wearing yellow?
I mean, I kind of agree on what they saying, but they was like, oh, the Bob popped up like once, twice if you count and Melina ended and MK11. So the white eyes popped up twice in a day.
Yeah,
But
so it's like
Hot Topher's like I'm gonna say this.
Mhm.
Don't like one. They be so big advocates and shit, but they ignore the people.
The complaints I've seen about Tanya are crazy. Like, it's everywhere.
I mean, I understand that. I feel like her default is shit, so that's why I feel like
I don't.
everybody default.
Motherfuckers keep popping up and being like, bro, she's so ugly. Why does she look 40? And they always use the same picture where she's speaking and her mouth is wide open.
I hate that. I hate when they
Like,
do
no one is gonna. Exactly.
I hate when niggas do that, bro.
That picture when I first seen them, like they look like it's from another game or something. I just can't put my finger on it. I ain't saying it looked bad, but it looked like from another WB title. I just can't put my finger on it.
You know what you mean? I think the worst one I've seen about Tanya is by far is some niggas said, "Oh, attention Tanya fans, let's go harass the face model."
Yeah, I saw that.
That shit is disgraceful, bro.
So you real weirdo, you can have a face model.
I don't see anything wrong with it. At the end of the day, the face model and actress is just doing her job. She was offered the role. She picked it up. She's just doing her job. I think you need to.
I mean, like gameplay, it should look. I don't know. A lot of this should look different.
It should look great.
Like, she don't look recognizable. It's like they just changed. They just changed a lot of characters just to change them because this is a new era. Like I thought y'all was gonna give them a new story. Yeah, I took their identity away.
No, they're giving them new story, Phil.
You know,
That's what
like
this. Hmm?
how Lee May is well, I don't know, they completely changed
She's
it.
still with the Sun Do or whatever. Whatnot.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, she's still like is a protector of them. It's just that like they gave her ties to the royal family. So, like she was the protect like the main protector of the royal family, but she let King Jared die or whatnot. Which I don't have an issue with that. I feel like they're just
You killed
like
them.
with killed. Uh, we can talk about theories for that if y'all like. I have a couple
Yeah.
ideas
Sure.
myself.
Yeah,
I
another
can only
question
think of a
is
few cases.
who did Luke Kane not anticipate?
Um, okay, we can
I
talk.
have my own thoughts on that.
We can all let that fly here if y'all want. So the first thing, who do y'all think killed Jared, and what's your theories?
Shao Kahn?
You think Shao Kahn fell?
Yeah,
I
I have
mean,
3 theories
Okay, lay it
or
on
3 suspects.
suspects. Lay it on us.
All right, so 1, they go the evil Sindel route again, and Sindel kills him, which would work because Jared, he's being guarded and all. Someone already there who they trust would be easiest to get to him.
True, true.
They could
Swindale.
go the second route, which is Shao does it out of jealousy, or Reiko does it out of jealousy. One of the two. Uh, I just don't see how that would really further impact the story. Or you can go with Tanya did it, and she set up Li Mei for the death of the father to take the fall, so she could take her position.
I think that's the one I'm going with. Shao really doesn't make sense because his, you know,
Yeah,
what's
seemingly he
what's it
doesn't
called?
care about Sindel in this timeline.
Yeah, like his I can't think of the word, but like his urge for the throne is like really like
It's non-existent.
it's non-existent until as of recent.
Yeah,
So
until Shang influences him.
yeah, so I think we can rule out Shao as a potential suspect unless that's like a plot twist or something, which I don't see it. I think it's Tanya mainly because she wants to get closer to Melina or whatever, and Jared doesn't. I think it's implied that like he doesn't like those two being together. Like he knows of them, he doesn't really approve of it. So,
You being queer in my house?
so the whole point, like for them to get together is just to eliminate the issue, and that would be him. And there could be some guilt with Melina. Maybe she helped. I'm kind of piggybacking off someone else's theory because I feel like it's a good sounding theory, honestly. Um,
Oh wait, fourth suspect?
for
Actually, never mind.
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe he just died in general, but Liu Kang specifically said it was on her watch that the father was killed.
True.
I don't know. I don't agree with a lot of Luke Kane's things. It's like they make a bunch of the big bads like complete bitches.
I still don't understand when you say that.
Wait, what? I don't either. We ain't even seen the story.
I mean, with Shao Kahn, even in Aftermath, he
But
was bad because he let Shang Tsung get the fucking crown. That's not Shao Kahn.
yeah, okay, that's terrible writing. But I don't know about
I
now
mean, we
him being a
established
general.
11 Shao was a dumbass, but he was a general under Onaga.
I mean, as far as that, like, that's what made him smart in OG timeline because he poisoned and killed Onaga. Like, we don't get any mention on from Onaga except for
But
that could have been MKX comic that they stopped doing.
but he didn't like initially like want to overthrow Onaga. He looked up to Onaga at one point, but then he just got greedy and wanted the throne for himself. So that's why he ended up poisoning Onaga. I feel like we're
Was
kind of
that-
seeing the same thing now. It's like well, he doesn't really care about the throne. He just cares about protecting his home.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. And I like a less power hungry and whatnot. Like
Now they saying that he not to cut you off. Now they saying that he like sang song in his ear.
yeah,
Yeah.
Which I kind of like. I don't like that either because I always believe that Shang Tsung is beneath Shao Kahn, but it's really accurate to Shang's character.
Well, I think in this timeline makes more sense because seemingly Shang Tsung isn't evil yet. So this is going to be like him and Shao, like early days, first time they really talk to each other.
Right.
And also, never mind.
No, say it.
I'll say it. There's no bar.
Well, I was going to say, with Damashi helping Shang Tsung, it makes sense he'd be able to manipulate someone like Shao Kahn.
That's true.
Is that leak accurate though?
I don't.
That
You got to ask
accurate?
him. I'm not sure.
What was the question?
He said, "Was that?"
Is that leak accurate?
I'm sorry, your fucking mic.
Is it accurate?
Is it accurate?
Yeah, is the leak accurate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how accurate?
If it wasn't accurate, I wouldn't cite it. Well, they got Havoc right, but that's nothing big. We already saw that coming. They predicted a new mode that would replace Crypt, that would kind of be similar to a Conquest World of Light type mode from Smash Ultimate. They predicted the cameo system and their names. They predicted. What did they predict?
They predict
Hold on,
Tarkov.
I'm gonna go find the message. Yeah, they predicted Tarkov, the entire disease.
Send me that. Send me that.
Scorpion Sub being brothers as well.
All right, hold on, Phil. I'll send it to you.
Look, bro,
It's something I've been ignoring, but that shit has been out for like what 2 years now? A year?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
So
that's like. But like I understand like you wouldn't believe it for that. That's something like really hard to nail on the money.
Oh, Cobra knew it though. Hey, Cobra like.
Well, yeah, because
that's why
he follows leagues.
Our report now. We're not getting Hotaru.
Oh yeah, I think we kind of knew that. Well, at least not yet. At least not yet.
No, Ed said it himself.
No Taru.
I know he said no Taru.
No Taru.
But I still think it's a chance. Like at least later on, I can see a cameo on Taru.
What I do like is like far as like cameos, we don't know shit.
We don't know anything like about their story.
No, like we don't know who they are off the leak. That's what makes the biggest surprise.
Yeah, I love that.
I hate knowing. I hate knowing like
what happened.
No.
Got to delete them. I'm gonna have to find an image of it.
It should be in the Mortal Kombat tab.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna take a while to look through. Hold on, I'm just gonna find leaks from 23 days ago.
Excuse.
What else was I? I was going to say something. Fuck. A theory I've seen is that if the Damashi thing is true, which it's looking to be true, they're saying that Damashi is not on Naga, another stupid change, but he's actually Shang from his timeline or his actual his ending. So that's kind of interesting in a way. How do y'all feel about that theory? So it's a theory that if the Damashi thing is true, that Damashi is actually Shang Tsung from his ending in Aftermath, controlling shit to fuck up Liu Kang's timeline.
No, he races there for you.
No, because I think they've. It's something like it's like a time rule that like you can't just erase somebody from existence. That's.
I don't think they can do it.
Well, I don't know. Like it really shouldn't even be, if we're being honest.
That's what makes it so crazy. Like, how can one character do it, but not the other one? Not that. I don't know. It makes no sense.
But like, she never like really erased somebody from existence. She just put them in a void.
No, she was trying to make it seem like she did it to Raiden. He erased Dark Reign.
That's some stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Well, that's because there can't be two at once.
Yeah, I guess there can't two gods can't exist or coexist or whatnot.
There's been 2 generations of other characters. Though.
But they're not gods, so you know.
I'm not gonna lie to you though,
It
right?
don't
Make
make
it
it.
sound
Yeah, it
bad
sounds
altogether.
terrible, bro. It doesn't even make sense.
They
All
trying
right,
to
Phil.
they trying to please fans, which is understandable. But I'm like, it's the way y'all went about it. Like, who the fuck thought like, oh, Chronicles was a good idea?
I mean, I don't see an issue with them, like just making a more powerful villain. Like that's cool and all, but it's execution. It's always execution when it comes to NRS.
I know. I think its execution was incredibly stupid. Like,
It was bad.
I actually don't mind the concept. I just think, if we're over a bunch of other things first. By the way, Phil, the leak is in general.
I'm gonna check it out in a minute. You know I'm at work right now, but I still don't get it though. Cause
Yeah.
like you made like the one being is the creator of the realm. So how can you make somebody stronger than him?
Well,
Like
I mean,
if they
we
were
don't.
creative,
My bad.
you good.
I think
If they were creative,
my bad. I'm sorry. I keep.
they could have did. You good. If they were creative, they could have did another character or did another character from out that wasn't from our world, from another realm or something like. That was just contradicted the past 10 games and do it in the 11 game. It makes no sense.
Well, I think the question we have to ask is like, how long has Dominic been in charge of the story?
Well, his writing is fucking terrible. Oh my god.
I don't know about terrible because like it's like okay, but like how long has he been in charge? Does anybody know?
It
No
seems
clue.
like he's just going along, like he just pulling shit out of his ass, like just going on.
I mean, personally, I don't mind his writing as much as you guys, but I can note when things aren't done well.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we're not gonna have this character return because of like it's stupid. Honestly.
Well, I feel like they're done with that because like honestly, I don't think we would have seen Lee May if they were still like
I wish
thinking like that. You know?
Oh, I don't think we would have seen 7 and 8 3D ever characters in one game together.
True. That aren't the same characters we've been seeing, which is
and
Yeah,
she
exactly.
Quincy.
Kenshi, Quan Tanya. That's it. No, and that's the only ones we'll see.
You tell me where
So it's
like it's tomato juice.
9.
It used to be right here on the end.
It's on 9.
9. Okay, thank you.
that nigga said tomato juice.
It's crazy. It is.
But
Is this someone I can block that out? Like, oh yeah, I can't hear my background.
noise suppression, but it's not like that bad. But it's
Like,
not bad. It's not
a
bad.
point, though.
It's not bad at all. I can't even hear your background, but you good. Like background noise outside of that, I think it's just because like he got close to you and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you good.
But when you make close though.
Blow was just being too loud. He was being mid.
Like, what? I'm in a podcast. Like,
Um, but what do you think, James? I feel like we haven't heard from you in a minute.
But what?
I don't know. I don't know what we were talking about.
anything.
Well, I remember y'all was talking about that Damashi might be Shang Tsung, and then the conversation completely changed to Dominic's writing.
Y'all did this shit.
Well, okay. Well, do y'all know how long he's been in charge of the story? Is it just?
I believe since X or
Cobra
9.
might know.
Could you ask him? Because I swear at one point I thought it was John Vogel, unless he just left NRS.
I'm not sure.
I think John was still there. Well, he might look. I can't tell you. So, but
He might be a writer
I
there.
think they just do a multiverse thing. Like, okay, we gonna do another timeline, but it's in a different area. And what the fuck they did?
I hope they start doing spin-off games. Like I don't feel like after this, I don't think we need a direct sequel yet. I feel like let this last for like 3 or 4 years, and then like start doing spin-off
Dominic
games.
was an executive producer in 9 and then became a writer in X.
Oh, wow, so you can
Number
you can for sure see
it ain't been long.
you can for sure see the big difference.
I mean, now right?
I mean, we can't ignore 9's in depth.
Nah, at all. There's still a lot of bad writing in who wrote 9? Was it Vogel? Or was it some other?
Probably. I don't know.
I ain't gonna say it was bad, but chapter system like kills it.
Chapter system.
Wait, it's bad when you far like chapters, yo.
It's alright. Like I don't really have that much. Like I love the concept of it, but I don't like that like certain characters like don't get chapters.
Striker meets all these characters that he just came across. Like it's unbelievable.
I'm just saying. Theoretically, Striker would beat a lot of characters.
I'm saying though, it would make more sense if he killed them, but it don't.
Yeah,
He
don't kill
doesn't.
them.
Like if he was shot and killed them, it would make sense. With him beating him in a fucking fist fight.
There's no reason why Stryker, he's a super SWAT team member or whatever. There's no reason he doesn't shoot and kill half the people he comes across. Like, come on.
Makes no sense.
Like Melina head should have been gone. He probably wouldn't have killed Ermac. He shouldn't have even beat Ermac, but
Kentaro.
Yeah, Ermac is a better one. I don't think he could beat Ermac, but he could beat Kentaro on
he for
Reptile.
sure would have.
He
would have blew Kentaro's head off. He could have blew Reptile's head off. It's just a lot of bad writing, but it's really noticeable in Act 3. It starts towards midway Act 2. Act 1 is fine. I have no issue with Act 1. I feel like it's really a good retelling of MK1. MK2 is iffy, and then it just goes all the way downhill as soon as they start invasion.
I like Act 1 and 2.
I do too.
I think the falling off point was probably a bit after Kung Lao died.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Me personally, I think it was good, but the chapters are fucked it completely.
You feel like chapters should be gone completely?
Yeah, there's no way moving the lane and lose the ball. I don't even know.
I disagree with that, but
probably
he just hopped up off the ventilator.
True. So you got a point.
So his feet, like a lot of their feet, don't make sense. Like Johnny Cage being Reptile,
and just like when he's like he doesn't know it's not a stunt.
Like I said, Johnny just saw him.
But I don't disagree.
I don't know,
bro. I don't know. I don't mind the chapter system if it's balanced out. Like I think take Aftermath for example. If you combine Aftermath with the original MK11 story mode, you have good character chapters and bad character chapters. Now if they blended that in a little more, so it's like, I don't know, 3 good chapters, 1 villain chapter, 2 good chapters, 2 villain chapters, shit like that randomly, it would be a bit better.
Yeah.
I really why his character shit.
I feel like
I understand why they do the chapter system though.
It gives players a chance to test out characters that they might want to try after they finish story mode and whatnot. So I like it from that standpoint. But I feel like we should give at least almost over half of the roster a chapter.
I agree.
And not just leave out the villain. I feel like everyone should get a chapter.
Nah,
not everyone, but okay, go ahead.
If it's 25 characters and every fight, every chapter is 4 fights, man. Like, what's 4 times 12 is what, 48? They probably added 13 chapter to give somebody a second chapter. It wasn't like who Like, it's just gonna be repeats and I'm beating the same character over and over again. So everybody at least gonna lose at least one time. But like
That's, but
that's
everyone,
another thing I don't get about the chapter system. Unless they got some NPC like bosses, Kentaro,
right. I feel like everyone on the roster should get one win.
Goro. Like I wouldn't mind if Goro and Kentaro and Motaro are all NPCs that we fight in the story. I forget we still don't know who the big bad is too, so that's it.
True.
So even though
I'm
NPC that would like add to it, but then that would be bad. We're like, why the fuck fucking smoke beating Goro?
I don't think we're gonna have dumb stuff like that happening. At least not for a minute. But you never know, because writing.
Well, I think it also helps that the cameos in Mortal Kombat 1 are going to make story fights seem more fair.
True. So like,
Because it's just like when you have Lee May and she beats Reiko and Motaro together, that's questionable.
Fair.
But it's Lee May and Fire God Liu Kang, and he's a fucking god.
Right.
So just like with cameos, things can work out a lot better and make more sense.
Yeah.
In terms of general story fighting.
I agree with that. I heavily agree with that.
Well, how does it work though? They just a big question. Like, how does it work?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, they can transition to a free see. Like, I don't know. I feel like they showing us a tad bit too much. That's me. I like a little surprise.
I know what you mean, but at least to me, like I don't know where the story is going. Like
Yeah.
it's like I can't pinpoint every other unless I sit down and like these Twitter.
Honestly, so far, I feel like the only big plot point that we really have understanding of in this game is Molly infected.
That's it.
Because that seems to be a pretty big part of the story. Because that's what most trailers focus on, at least part of it.
Yeah, the Tarkat disease.
Your Barack a chapter.
I think he's going to get a chapter because he's called
I hope so.
In his bio, he's named a defender of the Tarkatan. So I feel like there's going to be a chapter of him, trying to fight for.
He deserves it.
If he
Does
he deserve it?
After all, yeah, after all the ass whoopings he took, he deserved it.
For sure.
He deserved his little 4 win.
For sure.
But you know how I'd be like, oh, this character doesn't deserve it. Baraka deserves to finally win and start getting his ass beat the fuck up.
For real.
Where could y'all see going into a future installment? I don't know. They're bringing all these characters back now, so when they don't appear in the next game, they'll be mad.
I'm not gonna be upset if Lee May doesn't show up again. No, okay.
They're running out of ideas.
Yeah, you can for sure see that, but I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like still all fuzzy and unclear where they could go and what they could do.
If I'm being honest, I feel like next game might just drop half of the 3D era roster in this game, bring in a couple more, and then introduce a lot of new characters.
I feel like we need to drop a lot of the trilogy characters, though. I feel like after this, I think Malina.
But are they gonna do that? Is the question.
I don't know, cause I don't probably a couple years ago I probably no, but now it's I don't know, cause
yeah, I'm burnt out. A lot of they just keep coming.
I'm gonna be real. The only 3D era characters I see coming back next game is Havoc, Reiko, and maybe Lee May. All the others are getting dropped, in my honest opinion.
Who are the others?
But
apparently
that's the thing.
I think.
Hell no, she gonna get done. I'm telling you right now.
For sure. If she's in. She's for sure in.
Who?
Not Lee May. It's Nitara.
Natar is gonna job this entirely.
Oh, for sure. It's gonna be 2021 all over again.
I mean, that's them. But they can't be creative.
I feel like they are being creative though.
I'm saying like she's gonna be a job and satisfy people because she's playable. He's gonna get mad when she die again.
But honestly, like, what did she? She had one, like little storyline. Really, she didn't really do anything but like make Cyrax a slave. Not a slave, but like she used him.
They kill. Yeah, I like when they kill people in this game, can they please not bring back to this game?
Like I don't. I feel like
I'm tired of this
I
shit.
feel like the only one that should be sustainable is probably like Behind if he dies. But even then,
I don't see him dying.
I don't see him dying. Honestly, I see like a bond being broken between him and Kuai Liang. That's about it though. I don't see him dying. I don't know why people want him to die and become new Cybot so early. Like, come on, dog. Like, drop that shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I hope the last two characters like Jade, I'm not Natasha. So I don't know.
Ain't no way you being
Two
so.
reasons. I got
Not
valid
Jade.
points. Yes, Jade.
But
I can promise you it's not Jade.
They mentioned her in the the intro.
In an intro, and I can promise you, Jade is not the last character.
Or
has deconfirmed her completely.
Who has?
Our main reputable leaker.
fucking.
So who are the final two? Oh, they got
We
the
don't
scoop.
know.
They got the scoop on everything. Give us color who left.
They had the scoop on what the roster used to be when Ermac and Quan Chi were still in it. But they said there were two characters in the story that played a decent role but were never fightable, which we can assume are the two characters that placed Ermac and Quan Chi in the base roster. Jade was only brought up once in the story, never mentioned after.
She's a count.
That's what we know about her so far. If Serena's base roster, that's dope, but I don't expect it. I'm still banking on Sony or Kano.
It could be.
I say Serena because, like, you can't have Behind and not, stand on that one.
Oh shit.
Well, we also still have DLC in a whole nother game where he's going to be Sub-Zero.
Give me 1 minute.
No,
You know, I just realized. You can go.
They got a few of these right that they revealed so far. You got a few of these right.
Yeah. And it's from 2 years ago. Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Honestly, I just thought about it, and since Ermac and Quan Chi are supposed to be in the story, that means we're going to have to see weird Husk Ermac, which means we'll probably get a reasoning as to why he looks like that.
Do y'all agree with the theory that he's Jared?
I like that theory.
That was uncanny. That was an uncanny ending. Why don't people give that shit up?
No, it's been confirmed that Shao Kahn did put Jared's soul in Ermac.
Yeah.
That's canon.
But also, I just think it would be a good way to explain his questionable design.
Yeah, and he doesn't really look like a mummy. He just looks like a dead person, bro. But
yeah,
never mind. But that is a mummy in a sense.
Well, yeah,
but
he ain't wrapped up.
Yeah, he's not like mummified. If that makes sense.
What?
Also, it leads me to believe that Quan Chi brought Ermac back this time instead of someone like Shao Kahn creating him or something. I don't know why, but he just gives completely different vibes to usual Ermac.
Remember when he had said that he was doing something special with Sonya? And he had turned around and said yesterday she was a cameo.
But cameos could play a part in the story, like we were seeing with Chameleon.
But she there.
But she's Gotti. We don't.
I don't get it though. Like how? Like she's a 10.
But Phil,
Yeah,
okay,
and Reptile's probably an Outworld, ain't he?
you know,
Reptile.
it's a new era. You know, I don't know if it's really canon that she is a Terran. Number one,
Why is her skin white?
I don't know.
That's racist.
Like
I
no,
bet.
they like actual like color white. Like there's no, it's not Nubian. Her skin is translucent.
Maybe they
My
didn't
thing
want to
with
make it translucent.
Yeah.
my thing with the comedian shit is like, okay, cool. She looked damn at the exact same from Armageddon. So like, why y'all not just not bringing these characters back?
But they are bringing them back.
I mean, we still gotta have. I don't know. Y'all hate Kodokan or
I don't hate Kodokan. I think he just
Holocron is peak.
calm down, buddy. Calm down. I feel like he just needs to sit his ass down. A couple.
I mean, yeah, I don't want him in this game or next game,
I don't want Aaron
but
Black.
I do want him to come back.
Aaron Black could be a cameo for all I care, but I don't think he should be one.
Bro, I only want Aaron Black back if he actually does something.
He's not.
he just looks cool.
Yeah, he's the
I
definition.
never.
Oh, good.
Bro was my main in X and 11, but I need him to do something.
I don't feel like he look all that cool though.
He should. I think he's just like the most like original character we've probably seen in like a long time in Mortal Kombat at that time, because we don't have a cowboy character.
Or bug lady, or child riding a big ass giant, or whatever the fuck Kodokan's supposed to be. Cicada's kind of original.
Takeda's cool. I think we all know that.
Wait, what?
I still think like the best NRS characters are Takeda, Scarlet, and Garrus. That's just me. Don't come at me. Don't come at me.
Bro, got to sneak Garrus and that.
Personally, I think the best characters are Takeda, Scarlet, and Kotal. I think Garrus could overtake Kotal if he has an actual good role in MK1, but I think as far as MK11 goes, he really didn't do anything.
You know, Scarlet is very creative, but they went fucking nowhere with it.
True.
I
feel like Scarlet
have like blood makes us sound like coming in contact with physical contact with blood. You know why?
Why she not see blood? She
shouldn't the biggest fucking dump ever.
Shouldn't she like technically might not be able to die? Say like she's like.
Oh, you got another pilot?
I mean, to be fair, we never see her die, so.
I told him to put it back in the refrigerator.
But and
well, actually, we know she is dead.
Yeah,
never mind.
Yeah. So like, I don't really truly understand that, especially like if the comics canon, which probably isn't. Honestly, Scarlet, like she shouldn't technically be able to die.
I mean, she should be able to, but her getting her legs gone. I thought she was made out of blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So like, it really shouldn't make sense, you know.
I just would prefer if she died some other way than getting her legs blown off.
It was saying that
I feel like we need a prequel comic. No, never mind. Shut. Take that back. Act like I didn't say that. We don't need a prequel comic. They're gonna explain everything. They're gonna explain everything. But I would take a comic series back.
I just hope that if they do bring Scarlet back, they make her more similar to what her actual power level should be.
Yeah.
Considering she should genuinely be pretty over fucking powered.
Yeah.
Especially at something like the Sea of Blood.
I don't get it. Like like she didn't die. Why didn't Kronika just teleport her back to her little keep or whatever? And you know, what you call it? It just brings her to Sea of Blood.
I guess Kronika's just a dumbass.
When mean, most NRS villains are. If your name's not Quan Chi,
True. Or Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung's kind of smart.
it's only in Aftermath. Only in Aftermath.
I mean, they killed Falcon clone and they killed Luke Cage and they took a bunch of other characters.
Well, yeah, but that was
What we're
that was the
talking about
mid,
Deadly Alliance.
yeah, that was the midway time. I'm talking about like NRS.
I mean, in our rest, we really don't even have much to go off because it's the same fucking characters over and over.
The comic series.
Like, Falcon, like, there's only 3 games to go off. And then they reset it. Like, y'all have a whole fucking cast of characters to go through.
But
Like, I mean,
but what Ed Boon said made sense. He said, "Oh, we made Chronica, whatever, and like she's supposed to be like all powerful, being at times like." He was like, "Where do you really go from there? It may like, you might as well just go ahead and reset it." So I see what he meant by that. You know,
I mean, I don't know. Personally, I'm one of those people where I don't mind if we go from a super strong villain to a weaker villain.
yeah, me too. But
so just,
I feel like Mortal Kombat started to have that issue with that Naruto started to have. It's like we just keep introducing one more powerful villain after another, and then we introduce this super
yo,
powered character, and it doesn't make sense, and like they're like the worst villain in the series. Naruto had that same problem with going from Orochimaru to Pain to Madara. I mean, from to
Because their main focus is on just making them more powerful.
yeah, it just like they get the more powerful they get, like the least interesting they kind of get outside of like Madara anyway.
I'm saying, like, MK, like, they had, like, what, 2 appearances? Everybody down there had 2 appearances except
Yeah.
for Shinnok. Only big bad we got, like, Falcon, Quan Chi, Shang, Chronicles. That's it. Like, you
I
could
would,
have Cole go somewhere. Like, the nigga was evil for one at the end of X, and now he's back good.
yeah, that makes zero
I
sense.
mean, I don't really consider Kodo evil.
But
Kodo's just doing everything in his best nature to preserve Outworld.
and that nigga does not.
And then Dark Raiden pissed him off, so bro was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay away. Although I'm surprised Dark Raiden didn't kill all of Outworld.
He should have honestly. Should be gone.
He still wanted to.
W Mans honestly. I don't see anything wrong with what he was wanting. Personally.
I mean, Dark Raiden he's just a nigga, like, I don't know, he's not an evil version, but he's not taking no bullshit.
Yeah.
No threat.
Right.
Okay, what's funny?
I think
My bad.
okay. I think what I would have liked if like we would like get like sorry for the stutter, you know. For like villains, I think we could get like a villain alliance. It's like it would be like the writing wise it would probably be terrible, but I think it would be cool to see, you know. Like everyone's tired of their plans not, you know, working because they're separate. But if they come
Have
together,
stakes.
they come together and they everything starts working right. Oh my gosh.
Have stakes. That's the problem. They don't have stakes.
I feel like they have stakes. Like X and 9 had stakes.
They kill characters and bring them right back.
Okay. But
I mean, I don't
Shock
consider the
value.
Revenants right back.
yeah, like everyone dies at a cost. Everyone like the heroes lose ultimately in 9. They lose. They don't win. Really, they like it's like they win, but at a cost. It's like I win, but I have 2 of my most weakest warriors. You know?
Damn.
Yes, I'm calling Johnny Cage weak. Is how you go from winning 4 fights in a row to taking an L every chapter since.
He did just kill 1/3 of the roster.
So like, you know,
I mean, it didn't matter that she killed 1/3 roster. They have most of them within the next game.
Most of them was not in the next
Hmm.
game.
All right, what was the reason? The same reason I said Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Katana was in X. The same reason for Joker and Ingress do. Literally, it's because they feel like they can't have a game without them. Joker literally pops up one fight. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Katana. I literally busted punching bags. Oh, she almost killed Serena. Like that was shit, right?
Yeah, pretty mid, honestly.
All you being once she was most powerful. Like it's just the rating is bad.
True. But you could argue that it was planned for Quan Chi to get captured, but at the same time, it's like, well,
That shit don't make sense neither.
it's like, how does he know that the Earth realms were finna come to the Nether realm?
I don't even think none of them are funny.
Yeah, because, well, yeah,
Scorpion. I'm wounded. He got killed by Scorpion. That makes a bunch of sense. I'm not gonna lie about that.
But Scorpion not using his head and just being revenge fueled. It's just like, well, what are you human again for?
I mean, he said he didn't kill him quick enough. He cut his head off. Like that was shit.
He should have been killed him. Like he shouldn't have been like bashing his face in the
Mike?
ground.
What annoys me about that is that Quan Chi really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because like Scorpion could have gotten rid of him. In Aftermath, it's shown that we can literally easily heal fucking Sindel as a Revenant. So we could just do that with the others, and I feel like that's stupid.
That is terrible writing, bro. Like,
He got killed by Lord.
that is terrible. Like when you realize that they could have been did all that, but it's like what the heck?
Like, come, bro.
Like what the heck?
The right
Well,
shit.
then again, they needed Shang Tsung to do it, but
Well, no, I feel like they just need a sorcery.
well, yeah, but like, I'm just saying, for sorcerers, we have Bang, Quan Chi's a necromancer, and then we have Xiao knows some sorcery. He wouldn't do that.
Just have a
What I mean.
just have a little Earth realm and learn that shit. Or let have Raiden do that stuff. You know,
Uh,
I feel like he knows some magic. He can just randomly heal people without explanation. Like I wouldn't
sure.
put it past him.
Try 9.
You know,
Yeah, it's gonna be on 9.
On 9.
I'll be right back. I need to get some water.
good. Okay.
It was shit. Like,
But in news, guys, we are getting the beta. It's August 18th.
somebody was like, it's just the stress test. Like, what the fuck did you expect? The whole full game?
Right, like the whole roster. I'm personally okay with the choices. I'm excited to play with Sub-Zero again, and we get to touch Johnny and Lee Maiden.
Amazing.
What are your
We
thoughts?
made it.
What do you?
Bro, almost,
Excuse me. What are your thoughts on it, Phil?
look, I mean, we used to play the game a month beforehand.
Right.
I mean, it's not what we want exactly. Like, I would prefer to play the full games,
Right.
but I guess beta's for connection and shit like that. Like, people are, oh, we get to play the game early. Like, that's for them to test out what they need to fit. Stop saying dumb shit like,
Well,
delay the game for almost a year and
they not looking at it from
cameos out too slow. Like, I get tired of seeing some shit like that. Like, the fuck, they not gonna listen to no nigga who don't even see 1,000 views.
But you know they not looking at like the bigger picture of it. They just worried about, oh, we get to play the game early. Woohoo!
So they critiquing and say delay the game for half a year. Like,
Have they done it yet? No, that trailer still says September 19th.
on the queue, like you can tell who's a fan, who's not a fan. Like, I want them to this is the only game company I know since 2020 started that okay, we got a 4 month release. Other than like other like multiverse and shit like that. But we got a 4 month release. We revealed the game is gonna come out in 4 months. The niggas talking about delay it. Like who times delay?
Like,
And it ain't bad. Like
no,
fuck.
like I feel like the issues that like we have with it, like the random disconnects, I guess the dashing speed, that can
That's the point of the fucking stress
that's
test.
the point of a strat. It's an old build. They're seeing like what needs to be fixed, and like if they're not, I'm pretty sure they're already aware that of connection stuff. Pretty sure they're already aware
That's the whole point of it.
of a stress test. It's to stress out the
I keep
servers.
I keep disconnecting. No shit.
Like that's what the fuck. Come on, bro.
Well, people don't understand that.
It's like they don't use their heads, but they don't think.
Delay it for 6 years. Delay it for 6 months to a year so y'all can take out cameos. That's what we need.
No,
Shit, what they saying, but wanted tag team, here you go.
I feel it's,
I think it's a good system. I feel it's a bad system.
I feel like it has.
I feel like it's a bad system. Not my bad to cut you off.
You good? You good?
I feel like it's a bad system. Like they're gonna run out of characters to throw in a feature installment.
No, just make like the characters that didn't, you know, make it to the cameo, or the characters that was cameos and then make it, fully playable.
Like we don't see else. All they have to do. They're not creative.
They are.
Bring Sue Hell back as a cameo.
I think we're getting to House a cameo, honestly.
Oh, nobody has to Darius. Like, who cares? Like, niggas are boring. What the fuck? Like, they fucking Darius back for a reason. I didn't care for comeback.
It's,
Okay.
I can't stand for like certain niggas that be stating like their opinions matters, right? Like it's a fact, or like their opinions like the main one that matters. Like they're listening to you of all people. One out of the 12 million cells they're finna pull. Like what? Huh? Like make it make sense. Like, oh, I didn't want Darius. Well, too bad. Like I get comments under my videos about characters. It's like, oh, I really wanted to see this character back. I really hope they make it back. Blah blah blah. I didn't expect them, but it's dope to see them back. It's like people care about these characters. Just because you don't doesn't mean that anybody else doesn't. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting Darius. Like, I want all 38 characters to come back. Every game character, but I will pause. I'm not a half-ass fan of the series.
All I know is when the next cameo gets revealed and it's a 3D era character, people are gonna complain again. Like, who wanted this?
Yeah.
Like, who wanted it?
Like if it's gonna be like say like
They
Shujinko,
get what they want.
like if it's gonna be Shujinko or like Dairu or something, it's like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, come on, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I want Darius.
I want Dairu too. I'll take him as a main fighter so we can have a Dairu and Darius.
I would too.
Dairu.
I really like that.
I have apparently, according to a leak, I hate to say that. I hate saying that sentence, bro. But apparently, cameos do have story, and I think this was
They do?
No, yeah, this video came out a month ago. It put Darius as a cameo, and then Motaro as well, and it listed story details for everybody. It also mentioned that Cyrax was a playable character.
He's not.
Right.
So I don't know. It's like you can kind of like pull like Darius out of you. I can see it, but it's like who really would expect Darius? You know?
Well, what's the leak? Send it.
I'll have to find it again. It was a video I was
All
scrolling through YouTube, but once I'll send it like after we end the pod.
Okay.
Like that's
But
the
it
thing.
kind of
Like,
interesting.
that's the shit that gets you surprised. Excited. I'm not excited to play fucking rain again. Like you just got it on.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
not saying you shouldn't be in, but like why am I excited? Why should I be excited? And they changed this character completely. So it's another reason to not be excited.
I agree with that.
That's what I be saying. Like the only people I'm like really excited for so far in the roster is like he made like smoke. Yeah, they bring out a cypher ultimate one. Hell yeah. Other than that, fuck that nigga smokes.
My reactions to it, like when I saw Lee May, I got hyped. When I saw Tanya, I was like, okay. Barack, I got hyped. Darius, I lost my mind.
Like when I first seen smoke, I was like, shit. First thing I thought was Hulk. I was sorry about Hulk. Yeah, why not?
I got hyped. I got hyped for Smoke. I was like, okay, let's go.
Only thing that's gonna get me to actually like give a fuck about smoke, cause I don't care.
I don't know why you. I mean, like everyone has their personal opinions, but I'm kind of confused, like why you like the lesser version of him better.
I don't know, bro. It's just I just like cyber smoke. I don't like his man. Like
It's
cyber
fair
smoke.
enough. I love his Deception one. Deception was dope,
That's one of the best ones.
easily. I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
know Breako. Oh, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you stop.
Oh my bad. I thought you was gonna finish, but I know we already seen Reiko and whatnot, but I'm gonna be excited when he gets revealed. I'm gonna get hyped. Same with Mataro, Nitara. I'll be a little bit excited. Um, what you call it? Get hyped for Shao. I'm not gonna get hyped for Sindel when she gets revealed. Ostra, I'll get hyped. I guess when it comes to those last two, who do you guys think it's gonna be, and who do you want it to be?
Two females.
You want it to be? You think it's gonna be two females, or you want it to be two females?
I wanted to be, but I take one more if it's my two.
Why do you?
Hopefully, I'm trying to play it on.
Okay, just curiously asking. Not trying to like those shades. Like it's cool. Like, why do you want to see two more females?
I don't know where they come from. They really not on the roster.
That's fair. Fair enough. But I think we're gonna get a decent amount. We got Natara, Osher coming. Possibly Serena. Possibly
Hopefully, it might be a Serena.
say Serena.
I feel like Serena can make it though.
I do too. I feel like there's enough pull for her. Honestly.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it's funny that he said no to no Otaru, but no reveals for the roster when you 6'8". Like, huh?
Interesting.
For me,
I don't know.
I don't get it.
You know what? Like the Italian news, they have like season, then like Lamanies and some shit like that, being little pack. You know what I'm saying?
They be frozen.
Nah, they be like they be up in really far like if they don't you can like other clothes down they don't even have no gym no dough it's just be for the coolest like what the cheesy machine is.
Charles, the cheese over there, she was on the right side too.
Who do you think it's gonna be? Any specifics?
Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do for the next year. Regardless, is how they requested 1,000 spam. Low what perspective. You else? Other than that, though, I can't.
What about you, Jamie?
Who do I think and who do I want?
Yeah, who's the two do you think it's gonna be? Who's the two you want it to be?
Well, I'd like to say something real quick because Dominic, I think it was him, said that the roster was 24.
What?
And I don't know if he was including Shang Tsung in that or not.
When
So I'm just gonna say there's a good chance we might actually only get one character. But for who I want, I'd really appreciate Serena and Hotaru. Because we have a Chaos Realm representative with Havoc, even though he might not be from Chaos Realm in this game. So it would make sense to have an Order Realm representative, and Serena was literally the most requested 3D era female, I'm pretty sure, so I don't know why they didn't bring her back.
it's a little
But who do I expect it to be? Sonya and Kano.
wow.
I really don't think it'll be any surprise coming from them.
That's crazy.
I don't know why would they be the last one though.
They're not going to be the last ones. They're probably going to get revealed in the next couple trailers.
He's getting something to Evo. How are they gonna do Oscar with Kelly who is what in the fucking movie?
I ain't gonna lie, that was a huge throw off to me. I thought Kelly Hugh was gonna be Usher in the game as well as the movie, but I'm like, what did she play both?
She can't be because her face is leaving areas.
Yeah,
That's why I was ruling that out. Like
true,
her face already used for one character.
true, but I don't know. What's her name? She doesn't really look like it's Kelly Hugh, but it's still hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? Catch my drift.
Uh,
Like I couldn't tell it was.
like, it don't make sense. Like that's why we was doing curveball.
Yeah.
What y'all think of everybody being hyped for the guests? Like, oh my god, this character's gonna like you gonna spend $120 on one character.
I'm not really rocking with it. I it's always been a thing. It's like, oh, I'm excited that this guy's character's in. That's the only reason I'm playing Mortal Kombat. That shit's lame as fuck to me.
I don't get it, 'cause, like they're not gonna be there when you first get it.
Exactly.
Like,
So what, you just gonna buy the game when they come? Shit is weird to me.
that's why I be feeling with these guests. Like, they need to be more verbal. Like, yo, we got these characters in the game, but even if you do buy the game for the guests, for one gift, 1 or 2, 3 guests, what the fuck? That's like what, 1 or 3 characters, and that's it. Like, you gonna get bored. I'm like, that's got these motherfuckers play fighting games. Like, they not MK fans. That's how they generate sales to get you dumbasses.
I mean, it's smart, but I don't like the traction it gets.
For a business perspective, it's smart. But like these people are complete fucking idiots. Like, there is no fucking way I'm going to buy a game for a game I know I'm gonna barely play for a couple of characters. Like, man,
won't even be there.
It's a combat pack 2 and they see Doom guy, like that shit was fake. Like, okay, they did get some of the raw, but that shit's still fake. Like, fucking.
That's the problem. We know they're fake. They piggybacked off of other reputable leakers, claimed to be one of the leakers, which they weren't, which already made it fake. And then they got the trailer prediction wrong. And then they magically have a Combat Pack 2 blueprint when no single insider should know that yet.
That's not even something they even got planned. They haven't even started working on it.
Exactly. Like, they're not even finished with Homelander.
They haven't touched Homelander. They're still on Omni-Man.
Apparently, they haven't even worked on any of the other guests because, Ed said they're still at the drawing board and whatnot.
Exactly. So like, how can you like they don't have plans like aftermath. Nobody knew we was getting aftermath. Nobody knew we was gonna come back two until we got official word or data line.
Exactly, which is insane. Like no, like Aftermath wasn't leaked, or was it?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't
It was what it was. Nobody knew what it was though.
exactly.
Well, of course we knew we was gonna get more characters, but like nobody could have told you in RoboCop unless they looked at data line. And nobody knew it was a story expansion. So people were like, oh, we're gonna get an aftermath for this game. Like y'all can't predict what these people gonna do. They're not predictable. They're predictable before like a business practice. Y'all don't fucking know. How can you say we gonna get 3 combat packs this time? I don't know.
Just never know. But I feel like the game's gonna be long supported for sure.
Yeah.
But that don't mean content. Like they never clarified. Like they said they scrapped combat pack 3.
Yeah, to work on.
I
it.
nobody
I mean,
nobody knew that until they came out and told us they suck.
yeah,
Like yeah, it was we $25 for a combat pack 3. Cool. But we didn't know aftermath like all this shit was coming. Like of course we knew we were gonna get more like we know we're gonna get more content, but we didn't think we were gonna get 3 combat packs. Like nobody like when aftermath came out, over like oh we're gonna get a third, we're gonna get another combat pack. Nobody knew this shit. Nobody knew Rambo, Molina, and Rain was coming to stay looked in the data line. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's unpredictable. Just because they did it for one game don't mean they're gonna do it for the next. Oh, we gonna give y'all more stories. Yes.
I mean that's true,
No.
but like Aftermath sold like really, really well. Like Aftermath was like a big reason why MK like sales picked up. Cause
I mean,
usually because people
I'm
go ahead.
not to cut you off, but another thing, like niggas complain about it being $40 and oh, I can just watch this story on YouTube. If that's the case, you're not a real Mortal Kombat fan. Two, like fucking, you could just watch the story on fucking YouTube, man. What the fuck is the point?
But I feel like I don't get that. It's like
It's
wouldn't
stupid.
you want to play the story for yourself? Like,
Oh, they don't.
that's so stupid. It's like I want to see more about the story, but I also like want to play the story through myself. It's like
I'm gonna come back.
it's a
I'm gonna wrap the page when I come back. Do they get them tomorrow? I showed wrapped 2 of these yesterday. I'm gonna wrap this one next.
if y'all could like, I guess
All right.
I don't really like to predict DLC because like we still don't even know like the full rosters. Like it would be like weird to like
Yeah.
but like
That's what I'm
but like how long do you guys think the game's going to be supported? If y'all could take a guess.
I say how long would MK11 support? I say a little longer than that. Because like if they keep giving us this shit, like I like the game to be supported good enough so we can know we can get another one. Like niggas like if we keep like if they keep adding characters to DLC 5, 6 fucking combat packs, what the fuck the next game gonna be about? Like y'all keep saying they can make more characters. Well, I don't feel like they can make more characters. They already limited as hell on creativity.
I feel like you can't say that now because like they're trying new stuff, they're doing new things, so they're being creative with this stuff. So I feel like we can't really like say like they're not putting any effort into the game. Like we're getting constant reveals, we're getting characters back that we never really would have thought we would have before.
Nigga, we not getting Shootout back.
I'm I'm saying like we didn't think we was gonna get Lee May. Well, we probably did, but like didn't expect to see her. The cameos like Darius, Striker, Goro, like seeing them again is like really, really cool. So like and they're trying new stuff with the story. Again with the cameo system. So
Well,
like they're being creative. We can't say like they're not.
What I'm saying is like, okay, let's say we get 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna run out. Like,
No,
of course, they have 80.
they have like over 100 characters for that. And if they like, say if they decide to like make a couple, like if they were to make like Arlene playable or as a cameo or whatever, or if they wanted to make Darius a main fighter, like they could do that. I feel like they have enough tools in their bag, and plus they're not gonna run out because they also have gotta have at least like 2 guest characters in the combat pack.
3.
Well, it's yeah, it's most likely gonna be 3, but I would say at least 2. So
That's like another factor. Like, when you do get more combat pass, that'd be the whole selling point. Like, that's how they get motherfuckers to keep buying it. So they added
because
this character,
yeah,
that character.
it's
I like it, but I hate when people make it like that's the whole point of getting the fucking game.
but you gotta think like you want to get people to stick with your series. Like I'm pretty sure there's plenty of Mortal Kombat fans around now because they started playing like when I don't know if Jason was added or something. They just got hooked to it. So this is how they keep getting buyers back. It's like okay, you're at a restaurant, you own a restaurant, right? You want to keep
Yeah.
you want to keep bringing in new customers, new people that are going to keep coming to your restaurant. So you introduce something new that's going to grab the attention. So like, oh, I kind of want to try that, and they try it, they like it, they want to keep getting more stuff, and then eventually want to try other stuff that you have to offer. So it's kind of like that, you know. That's the whole reason why they keep bringing guests. We may not like it, like because I'm pretty sure like we all 3 of us would rather us like have more MK characters brought back over guests, but you know it's got to happen.
I mean, they got enough characters to go on and on, but are they gonna do it? Hell no.
Well, we can't really say that. You can't really say what they will and won't do, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, you just don't know.
How many what's your last what's your final
Final character prediction, like
yeah,
like
number?
number at the end of the game's life cycle.
Yeah.
I'm saying 45 characters, 40 to
Damn.
45 base characters, 30 to 35 cameos. Probably more cameos, honestly. Probably 40 cameos, honestly.
I consider I consider Aftermath and Counter Effect 2 like the same, like one and the same. It's 6 packs, like
I think we got skin packs with Combat Pack 2, did we?
niggas said some packs wasn't I wouldn't.
Besides that pre order.
Definitely, yeah. They're for sure going to do that because there aren't any skin packs and somebody else is are the yes guess costumes but yes like nigga it's the yes no.
Well, you don't want to build up people's expectations and then it just not happen. Because sometimes things don't fall through. So, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like why can't he just answer like yes or nigga yes or no? If they don't, it will be a fucking downgrade.
Because what he has if they had skins and then so I don't know. I don't. I can't answer that. I can't justify it either.
Like Trimmer having a alternate classic like helmet costume. It's a yes or no question because niggas already say they don't like Ermac design. I mean, with me, my biggest problem is no mask. He's barely wearing red, which is probably most people's problem. But that should answer the fucking question. Like, where is the alternate costume? Like, are the DLC characters gonna get alternate costumes, or y'all gonna fuck us? It's that simple. We not asking this nigga can he fucking port? Can they remaster the section on fucking Xbox Series?
Oh, I'm asking
We
that.
just niggas asked a simple question like alt customers. I ain't heard shit about alt customers one time.
I would assume yes, but I don't know because like in the combat pack, there's no mention of a skin pack at all. So it's like,
Yeah, because we're gonna have to buy them separately. That's part of Dragon Crystals we do.
at the end of the day, that's just all speculation. We like, don't really know. I wish they would come out and say something because all this you gotta keep hearing idiots on Twitter predict this, predict that, just for it to like sound like the most idiotic thing you've probably ever heard in your entire life. So, it's kind of like annoying. I wish they would come out and say something. But I feel like the next couple reveals, we're probably gonna get confirmation if customizations in the game because there's a level up system. You know. Oh God, fuck.
You know, I'm sorry to butt in and with what I'm about to say,
You finna leave.
but I keep seeing this very annoying person on Twitter called Lee Maymain,
Oh
and
God.
I just saw a tweet that said, "I'm sorry, but I can't imagine this game without Jade. Literally every Adanian, Katana, Rain, Tanya, are here. So for even Dagon and Scarlet."
Yeah.
And then he said the whole story's focuses on the immortals in the past. Jade fits the narrative perfectly. Where is this coming from?
That wasn't one of the moves. One of the moves was he saying I'm gonna leave, but I don't know why they keep asking for me. Like they could have asked for anybody. I,
Literally.
it's the same bullshit.
These people are
I don't know where the love for Jade came from.
it popped out of nowhere. Like you're advocating
Green female ninja acting like that. I don't know.
they're advocating for characters that were you can play on a modern console. Not like I don't get that. Like you can play Jade in MK11 all day. There's no need for her to be in two games back to back. I could see we were missing Katana because Katana plays more of a role. Like I feel like she would do more in a new era than
Philip,
Jade.
can I get how much is the chicken finger plate for 4 fingers?
I don't get it.
Well, extra. No. Could you come over?
I don't get it.
Yo, can I get some extra fries, please?
Poway, purple, no ice. Yeah,
1063. You gave me the bone with the boneless. You know, I told you it was traditional.
So they still got you.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah, I can hit it.
Yeah, but you alright.
Yeah, I hate this shit.
You good, gang?
hoping, boneless, and then it was traditional. It's boneless. That's why I placed the first order. No, the first one. Yeah, but the first one, the first order.
That shit not worth $10. Inflation, the motherfucker.
For
I inflated
for
the
real.
price. Shit, they wanted $10 for the full game. People complain about the price too. Like, how y'all ask for more DLC and then don't want to pay for it? Like, you get what you pay for.
exactly. Excuse me.
The skin pack ain't weird me. I know I buy $20 skins on card, but I don't want to do the same thing for the Hellcat. I should have to pay $15 for a fucking skin.
Right. Why is nobody asking like the concerning question? Is there going to be a battle pass?
I don't care they either. They ain't.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know, but like, it's a. I feel like it's a really good question to ask because, like, all.
I mean, I'm surprised someone hasn't asked it. Yeah.
Like,
The burst did.
Fuck him.
give a fuck about Prescott. Nigga, opinion does not matter.
Bro wants Jade.
He does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Last night I don't remember the exact contents. Actually, I'll look at it right now and I'll read it directly to you. I know you want to hear it so bad.
Not really, but indulge us.
Let me see. Oh well, it's really not nothing, but it's literally just a post of him with a picture of Jade, and it has 2 green hearts and says Countess Jade is coming.
Alright, bro. Should be so bad, bro.
Like,
And you play some more?
This dude in the comments said no, Cole should take your spot.
Who?
they act like they can't answer shit like shit they can't answer. I don't get it. Like, just answer the question.
I don't know.
Nobody asking no roster spot. Like, I'm asking, see what the fuck we got going on. Do I need to drop? Do I need to do it? By the time this game over, have I bought it like 10, 15 fucking times?
Right.
I done bought cards. I done bought MW2 how many times? I done bought Cole how many times? Like, tired of this shit.
But at the same time, if the game's worth it, would you really
You
want to
gonna
drop
spend
it?
$20 on skins?
If it's a good skin, yeah. Like if it's, I was gonna say MK9, but how many times are we gonna have MK9 Scorpion? But if they put like MK Deception Lee May in the game, I'll pay $10 for that. I don't mind.
That shit crazy.
I
You
don't.
can only get them after class skins if you pre-order.
Oh.
I ain't realized that. I pre-ordered, but I was like,
Oh yeah,
damn,
I forgot. There's still skins coming for the pre-order that we don't know about, do we?
it is.
I think so. Wasn't that part of it? I fucking forget the wording they used. I don't know.
It's possible.
So I'm probably now.
Oh
That's the only one I
yeah,
know.
yeah. So
And that's specifically came when we get shaders and shit. And I don't want to speak on customization. I don't know. It's like it's like it's a lot they not telling us. Y'all got damn near a month, and y'all ain't told us nothing. Y'all gonna have to wait, which is cool.
but we know a lot. You can't say they're not telling us nothing. Phil. It's not. You can draw conclusions. We've seen. Like Kenshi alone in the trailer has 3 skins in the base game, so we can
Same with
same with Raiden, right? And
yeah,
and
I
Lau.
think yeah.
So like we can assume that everyone on the roster at least has 3 skins at the minimum. We can assume that, and just from reading the collector's edition, Liu Kang's going to get exclusive color or whatever or shader.
I think so.
We can assume that shaders are in the game.
I don't get the whole point of it though.
What you mean? Wouldn't you rather instead of having a skin with 10 palettes of the same dark blue color, or would you rather have one skin with you can choose the color that you want it to be? Which one would you rather have?
A King Sub-Zero.
I'm just saying.
That's,
But you get what I'm trying. You get what I'm trying to say, don't you?
Yes, I understand what you're trying to say.
But a pink Sub-Zero though.
I'm not saying I don't know, bro. It could look cool. I don't know. I feel like the colors should match the character.
Like that's why I'm like people are asking, but I don't care about it. It says gonna be limited. Cool. I don't know what they mean by limited.
I mean, let us customize. I'll take customize Sub-Zero's mask or the ability to give him a hood or something. But I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't take it out the game because it's cool. It's cool to have.
Let's customize Scorpion tattoo.
Oh hell no! But that's crazy because that's probably something that they would do.
I'm not gonna lie, I do not like quality names against Scorpion. Like,
I
where's
don't either.
Hanzo?
I don't either, but like, fuck.
I would have preferred for him to be Tundra or some shit. That'd been an alternate skin or something.
I mean, I don't like it, but like, I've come to terms with it. I have to like accept that my favorite character is now his arch rival.
Not your favorite character.
Yeah,
That don't make sense.
but like,
Like, they just
he's still Scorpion. Like, I can't like deny
that's
it.
what. How does he get Hellfire powers? He was a crab master.
I
He
don't
was a
understand.
born crab master.
I don't know. Uh, maybe Sub Zero's not like a mantle anymore. I don't know. I don't, hopefully, it's a lot of things that will like be explained in this, I guess, World of Light mode, or what is it called? Map mode? Is that what they're calling it?
Map mode, but that's not the official name.
Not the official name, but
That's another thing that's crazy to me. I'm like, damn, they adding another mode. Like, how big is this mode gonna be?
apparently it's to explore the new era, so it's going to explain a lot of the questions that we're probably asking as of right now. So I don't know. Apparently, it's so big that they haven't revealed it yet. So I would.
So a game within another game.
That's what I'm expecting, which is dope. Which would explain why the game is probably like 100 gigs. Then plus apparently we're getting a new mini game.
Ooh, what do you do?
That head thing.
What do you do?
Yeah,
You see
but it's stupid.
But you know how, like, even if you're not snitching,
I mean, I have to see
you
it
like talking shit
actually
about the
first.
niggas that you like signed to and shit. Basically, the niggas that brought you up.
I mean, I don't know. Put it like this: I'm like, the more modes, the better. The more content I can do with outside of just story, towers, online, more the merrier.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. But it's just, I don't know, it's like the first game in like a long time I've like been like super pumped and excited for. Like I can't wait to just consume this game, and I feel like it's not gonna get old after 2 hours or a couple weeks of
I
playing.
hope not.
And if it does, that would be like the most disappointing thing ever. But I have a great feeling about this game.
Hamburger.
Alright, James, think of a topic, little dog. Something that you want to talk about.
Well, what is there to talk about? I mean, I would say Invincible, but Phil ain't seen it, has he?
Oh, yeah. I have a few, but we'll wait till he comes back to ask. I feel like now's like one of the best times to get into it, honestly. Now that Omni Peak has come to Mortal Kombat. Whoa! Thank you, James. It's crazy that MDV is supposed to be a main part of this crew, and Cobra has probably more appearances than Lobra. How is that possible?
True. I was gonna say something, but I don't think I can say it.
Y'all got me
You,
assuming the hustle
you can
goes.
say whatever you want, broski.
I can say whatever I want.
Almost anything. I'll let it slide today. I feel like being a good
Well,
host.
I'm not gonna say it because I don't think the joke is actually realistic.
What would the joke be?
To add that is people like being early a lot. But then I thought about it and I was like,
You know they're early. But work hard.
Oh no, man. Well, they are hard workers, yeah.
Oh.
Especially at
I'm finna eat real quick.
Alright, you good.
What you yapping about, Phil Bill?
Yeah. I'm finna eat real quick. I'll get over with y'all later.
Alright, for sure. You gonna come back?
Alright.
That does not answer my question. Well, I guess since he's not here, we can talk. Oh. Huh? What happened?
He said depending on how long we're
We'll
in
probably
here,
still
come
be
back.
in here. Because I do want to talk about Invincible. Spoiler alert, everyone who has not seen this show. And if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? I need you to take a couple seconds to ask yourself, what are you doing? So, me and James have both recently finished season 1. I had started season 1 a very long time ago, but just now started finishing it. James had just picked up the show. So, James, what are your first thoughts, and then we'll jump into an actual discussion.
I believe I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a very enjoyable show, but I feel like, and I think this gradually differs from what you and Cobra think. I just think it didn't. Sorry. I just think it didn't really bring me back after the end of every episode. Like, I felt like at the end of an episode, I was like, okay, well, I could stop or I could watch another one. And then I came to that. It was never like, oh my god, I need to watch the next one now.
Fair enough.
Which was surprising because I expected it to be like that.
That's fair.
I
feel like after like the run they had, like with Foss. Huh?
I dare say he needs you outside.
Alright. Well, I have to go, but I want you to talk about Invincible while I'm gone. So,
Okay.
about to be hard.
Hello, audience. You know what I think? What's the deal with airplane food? Yeah. I think the problem with Invincible was that, like, I like it as a show, but, it's just going into it. It wasn't really what I expected. It was what I expected, but I don't really know how to describe it. I feel like, you see, with both of their successes, The Boys and Invincible were kind of clumped together in terms of, like, oh my god, this is such a good superhero type thing. That was because they were both bloody renditions of superhero shit. But they were both very different. They contrasted each other a lot. And I think I kind of went into it expecting something more similar to The Boys. And maybe that's why I was slightly disappointed. It's not that I was disappointed. Like I said, I still liked the show. It's just that, like, I don't know, it didn't have that much of an impact on me. But that also stems from my lack of interest in animated films compared to live action. Which is an entire personal preference. I just think live action catches my attention more because, like, you can do more with animation, but when you do something in live action, it looks cooler, or it looks better, or it looks more interesting, or it catches your attention more, because in live action you're actually seeing it happening, whether it be special effects, CGI, stunt work, full practical shit, etc. With animation you can do anything, so I feel like when you see something in animation, it doesn't affect me as much. Like, I could see this epic ass fight scene in animation, and wow, that was cool. But if it was in live action, that would be a lot cooler, because you'd have actual people practicing it out and doing it and shit like that. So I think that's one of the things about Invincible that I don't like as much as The Boys. It's a personal preference of animation and live action. But also, it's just, well, no, so the thing about The Boys compared to Invincible is Invincible is set in a general superhero world. These are actual superheroes. They're actually trying to protect the people. They're doing all the shit. In The Boys, it's a realistic world depiction of a pharmaceutical company that is experimenting on humans for superheroes. That's a really big difference in the general vibes, and I think the problem is I prefer the more realistic world depiction of The Boys compared to Invincible, where Invincible feels like another thing you'd see in like a DC movie. It feels like a superhero world, which I'm fine with. It's just, once again, it's all personal preference. Oh, is he back, or was that just his mic deciding to lag the fuck out? I also believe that the characters just didn't sell me as much in Invincible. I liked Invincible, I liked Adam Eve, and I liked Robot, I guess. I feel like the rest of the characters didn't really do anything for me. Omni-Man, he is similar in vein to Homelander, not in like personalities or anything, but in the fact that like I don't like him, but like I like watching him. He's a good character to watch. Then you have other characters. You have Rex. He's a fucking douche. He's my least favorite character. Duplicate does nothing. Monster Girl kind of exists, but he's better than the rest. Black Samson, he's actually alright. I quite like him. The Guardians of the Globe didn't fucking last long. I was about to start naming them off, but they all died. And then Immortal came back, but like, he didn't really do anything. I like those two blue guys that were experimenting. They were pretty nice. I wanted to like Titan, but then he, kind of just said, fuck you, Invincible, and left him to die. But yeah, that's the thing. See, in total, I named off 4 characters I enjoy. Invincible, Adam Eve, Robot, and then Omni-Man. No work. But like, with the show, like, well, I would say a show like The Boys, but I feel like I'm making this a real, like, comparison between the two. It's not. I'm just kind of going off of a similar basis of what they are. They're more realistic depictions of comic book lines. Even though The Boys comic books were fucking weird. But, it's just in something like that. Or just in general superhero movies in general. General superhero movies in general. That was great grammar. I feel like I like and connect to the other characters a lot more than things. I feel like this one, there wasn't really anything to cling on to. I don't give a shit about half of these characters. And honestly, I wouldn't care if they died or not. Whereas in other shows, it's a big deal. I'd be upset if this character died or that character died, etc., etc. Let's see. What else do I have to go over about the show? I will say, it doesn't help that I kind of went into it expecting this. I feel like if I went into it thinking, wow, Well, no, what that doesn't make. I think if I went into it not expecting all this blood, and if I hadn't seen the think mark like 500 times already, maybe I'd be surprised. But like the problem is, if I didn't know about all that, I probably wouldn't have checked out the show in the first place. No offense. So I think it's kind of a hard path to cross there. Yeah, but fuck, what was I gonna say? Keep getting thoughts in my head, but then I ramble on about something else and I lose my train of thought about that specific thing. Oh yes, I hope season 2 is good. It's a show. Maybe down the line it gets better. Maybe it gets worse. I don't really know. Maybe it stays at the same level. But it's just, for now, it was a good show. But I didn't view it as anything monumental. I'm glad I watched it. It was enjoyable. But until we get further down the line, I can't really say whether like this is going to be one of those big shows I like, or if it's just going to be kind of something to look at and be like, that was a pretty good show. But at least I watched it. I had it on my list for like 2 years. It took me forever to watch this shit. But it was worth it. It was a good show. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I did. The moment I clicked on the first episode and started watching, about like 3 minutes in, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this very much. The animation style was off to me. Same with the voice acting. I don't know. It just wasn't my vibe. But after that, I got really used to it. So yeah, that's Invincible. What else is there to talk about? I don't know. Actually, you know what? Need to talk about upcoming comic book movie shit. If you haven't heard, the Secret Invasion finale did fucking horrible. I think, they gave it a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that. That's big. Rotten Tomatoes usually vouches for Marvel. And the DC movies are not doing great at the box office. Hold on. But, anyway, as I was saying, I hate British people. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, Secret Invasion reviews weren't great at the end of the day. I don't think it did very well as a series. Probably the worst thing, probably the worst rating an MCU project has gotten. But I keep losing my fucking train of thought because of British people. So yeah, Secret Invasion didn't do good. And I really don't expect the Marvels to do very well. Looks like a decently fun film. I'm gonna see it. Probably not in theaters, but I'm gonna see it. It's just one of those things for, I don't know. I feel like I'm fucking inclined to watch it. But yeah, the MCU is not doing good right now. They really need to step their game up. So then we take that and we go over to the DCU. We have 2 more movies left to come out before the whole James Gunn shit. We have Blue Beetle and we have Aquaman 2. I've heard multiple reports that Blue Beetle is projected to reach a very low box office numbers, which is upsetting. I hope it's a good movie. I personally enjoyed The Flash, and a lot of people shitted on it, and it didn't do very well at the box office. I hope Blue Beetle isn't a repeat of that. Good movie that doesn't do good at the box office. But then we have Aquaman 2. I think it'll do a bit better than Blue Beetle because it's Aquaman. It's already an established character. Jason Momoa, he's a man people like. I don't know if Willem Dafoe is going to be in the movie. Did Willem Dafoe live in the first Aquaman? I don't remember the first Aquaman. But I hope Aquaman 2 does decently. I hope it gets people partially back into the DCU before James Gunn kind of takes over and does everything. Because the problem is, when it happens, it's going to be a big shift. You're not just going to go from 18 million at the Blue Beetle box office to 400 million at the Superman box office. That's an unrealistic number, but you catch my drift. It's when the Superman movie comes out, people aren't just going to suddenly clamor to it. The point is getting people invested again. I feel like a Superman movie is a good investment as your first choice. It's not the first thing coming out in James Gunn's DCU. I think that what's it called? The thing with Frank Grillo. I think he's in it. That's coming out first. But second or third or something like that. And I think, well, they've got a good cast so far. And I feel like people seem to be, uplift into the idea of the new Superman movie. The problem is execution. The movie could be good, but it's really about the marketing and how much you get people to want to come back. Because the problem with the DCU is that it has recently dropped a lot. After Zack Snyder's Justice League, a bunch of things just stopped doing well. Even before that, but that's beside the point. Birds of Prey did not perform well, which, kind of. I mean, I don't know. I don't know my thoughts on the movie. It's a weird movie. There's not much to say about it. I don't know what to say. The Suicide Squad, great DC movie. James Gunn did it, so that's probably why. That didn't do well at the box office. Black Adam didn't do well at the box office because, well, people were like, okay, it's a superhero movie and it's The Rock. How interesting. Even though I think it was also a genuinely good movie. But, people didn't fuck with it. What was the other thing? There was, oh yeah, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Sorry. I didn't even watch Shazam! Fury of the Gods myself, so I can't comment on whether it was deserved or not, but the first Shazam was enjoyable. But the second one was another box office bomb. Basically, the last few projects have been box office bombs, The Flash included. And that's why I hope James Gunn's marketing scheme, tactics, etc., shit like that, I hope it's good when it comes to the new DC, because that's exactly what's needed. You need to bring more people in. You can satisfy people. It doesn't matter. Sorry, satisfaction doesn't matter if you're not making the money back to fund further projects. Because it's all about the money. If you don't get a good box office, you don't have a good plan forward. You're expected to double or go above double your base budget for a film when you reach the box office. And if you don't, it reflects that people didn't really want to see this. It reflects that your movie didn't make a lot of money to the studio. And it reflects that you yourself probably aren't going to make that much money with the next film you make. Of course, This isn't always the case. Sometimes movies don't do great in theaters. Still get a sequel. Still get multiple sequels. Who fucking knows? But that's usually for lower movies. They can get away with it because they're not part of something big. With the DCU, it's a whole web of movies and shows that are going to be tied together in video games. But like those don't correlate with the video. Though I can't really talk. They're separate things, even though they're connected still. I'm pretty sure. But it's just if you don't do good with one movie in a web of movies, and that movie connects to other movies, its lack of well-being is going to impact every other movie because it's going to impact the chances that people have seen the movie that you need to see the other. That's one of the problems with the cinematic universe in general. The MCU could very well face a similar problem like this in the future if they keep going down. But they're mostly going down in the show department, not the movie department. Because the movies, they've done rather well. Ant-Man Quantumania wasn't a very good movie. I'll admit it. The only really good part was Kang and Scott, because they're enjoyable to watch. But it still did decently well at the box office. And even if the reviews weren't great, it's still not the worst thing to come out of it. Then Guardians 3 comes out. Movie does great at the box office, I'm pretty sure. And people like it. I heard a lot of it right when it first came out, and I was seeing reviews. I heard a lot of people say it was the worst Guardians film. I completely disagree with that. But the point was, it's a Guardians film. And James Gunn makes the Guardians films. And everyone loves the Guardians. Because they love the writing, they love the comedy, they love the chemistry. And that did good. What's the next movie coming out? The Marvels. The Marvels is a weird one because I'm pretty sure Captain Marvel is actually one of the highest grossing MCU films, but also a lot of people didn't like Captain Marvel, so it's kind of just people wanted to go see it. Not people were like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see that." But with the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, with movies like that, like the Marvels, it's gonna do amazing. I don't know about that, but I think it's gonna do good for what it is, and it's gonna keep doing good. The problem is the series. The last The last three series we've got haven't been received particularly well. Hold on, I'll be right back. I have to fix something. Guess who's back? Alright. As I was saying, the last three Marvel shows, or last four, debatable. What were the shows in order? I know the last three: Secret Invasion, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. Was the one before that Moon Knight? I don't know. Personally, I enjoy Moon Knight, but it's kind of a watch thing. Once you rewatch Moon Knight, it doesn't hold the same appeal or interest because, like with other shows and movies, you know what's gonna happen when you rewatch them. But it's still interesting because you enjoy it for what it is. You enjoy the performance, the cast, the chemistry, the action, shit like that. Moon Knight kind of lacks that. I feel like Moon Knight is very focused on the story and solving it. What's going on? Why are there two personalities? Is there a third personality? What the fuck is Ethan Hawke doing? Those are the questions you're asking. But once the show comes to an end, you get your conclusion and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And listen, Moon Knight has good performances. The problem lies in everything else. I feel like I said, it's a very story-driven series, not a very this and that, and I don't know how to fucking describe the series. Okay, like Loki. Loki is kind of a solving the mystery over time. Who are the timekeepers? what is the TVA, and then we get to the end and we finally meet Kang and we find out everything that's going on here. But with a show like that, it relies on the chemistry between Loki and Mobius, or Loki and Sylvie and shit like that. You have these great, actors. You have Tom Hiddleston, you have Owen Wilson. I don't remember the name of Sylvie's actress. I'm sorry, but you have these people that bounce off of each other, and you have action, you have intrigue, you have adventure, you have very colorful things to look at and stuff like that, and you have a very charismatic main character with Loki. But with something like Moon Knight, the fuck up that guy. Mark is, he's funny. He's kind of comedic with his reactions, but it's also kind of sad when you're like looking at it and you're like, what the fuck's going on here? But there's not really much to bounce off of, because you have him, and then you have fuck, I forget her name. Hold on. Layla. Yeah, then you have Layla, and it's like, by the way, Layla, that's a very good song. You should listen to that song. But with Layla, it's just like, what is there to her? The actress is fine, the character is fine, but it's just like when you have Moon Knight and you have her, there's nothing to really bounce off of. Which I feel like, Jesus Christ, my fucking ears. But I feel like that's one of the things that is very lacking. With shows like, I personally like Moon Knight, but like I said, it suffers on a rewatch. But then you have the things we arrive to, like She-Hulk and Miss Marvel. I personally actually enjoyed She-Hulk a lot more than most people, because I think, surprisingly, there were occasional funny jokes, and CGI wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. It was questionable times, and there were genuine good episodes. I liked the Daredevil episode. I liked the episode that had more of a Wong focus, because it's Wong. But it's just like, it happened. It wasn't a real show. It was just a fun little experiment, pretty much, and I enjoyed it for what it was. There was nothing more to it. And with Miss Marvel, first of all, going back to She-Hulk, and I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, that it's kind of just a fun little experiment. It's a comedy and stuff like that, but like, the lack of storytelling it has, and the lack of humor that people actually find funny, really puts it in more of a suffering category. People don't care about that show. They call it woke or something. It created that show, I'm pretty sure, was when the phrase MCU started coming around, which is stupid. I think it's stupid because, like, it's a fun fucking show. I don't really see the wokeness of it. There was barely any of that. It was kind of just a comedy being a comedy. But that's why it suffers. It's nothing in the grand scheme of things. Oh wait, actually it is something, because they introduce Hulk's fucking son at the end of the show, and it's like, there's no build to it. Like, why the fuck is this here? And, I get that it's a comedy, and they like breaking the fourth wall. Like, when the final episode is entirely about not a big fight, and instead about fucking Jen coming to Feige or Kevin and telling him to change the ending. But it's just like, it lacks substance. There's nothing to it at the end of the day. So after She-Hulk finishes, you're left wondering, oh wow, Hulk has a son. Anyway, I didn't learn anything else in 9 episodes of this show. And the one thing I did learn was kind of shoehorned in there for 5 seconds, kind of pointless at the end of the day. She-Hulk was just a pointless show. Not saying that it was bad, but then you move on to Ms. Marvel. A notable show because of her role in The Marvels, which is a main MCU movie type thing. Like, it's the next thing in line, so you need to know about it. Which is funny, because the Marvels might actually suffer the most from any MCU movies that we've seen so far. Because you need to watch WandaVision, Ms. Marvel, Secret Invasion, and original Captain Marvel, and then everything after that to fully understand. So you need to be one of those people that genuinely watches MCU projects and keeps up with it if you want to understand everything completely. Otherwise, you're going in with kind of a lesser, more blind mindset, and it would lead to more trouble. That's where Ms. Marvel comes in. It's a show you need to watch to understand better a character that's in the movie. Ms. Marvel, where do I start? It's my least favorite show so far, because I feel like, well, She-Hulk provided an entertaining look into a comedy in the MCU. It's not fucking important or anything. What the fuck was that English? It's not important or anything. Ms. Marvel is a bit more on the important side, but not only does it lack comedy, it lacks intrigue. I feel it's incredibly boring. You have this girl who got powers from a bracelet, I think, and wow, that's cool. I genuinely liked the first 2 episodes, but it just goes downhill because I don't care about the main villain. I don't care about the people looking for Kamala or whatever. I don't care about fucking anything in the show. And that's the point. Like, besides the first 2 episodes, everything is completely forgettable to me. Like, episode 5, I don't think I even watched episode 5. But, yeah, I think Ms. Marvel actually did well as a show, though. People actually liked it. I'm one of the few that didn't. But I think it's still on the lesser quality of the shows we've seen before. People loved WandaVision. I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Motherfuckers have a problem with that show. I don't know why. People loved Loki. What If was debatable, and Hawkeye got some good stuff. Everything after that has slowly gone down in quality. Well, not very slowly, but kind of slowly. And then we arrived at Secret Invasion, which pisses me off because I'm so... I like the concept. I like that it's a Nick Fury story. I like that Taylor's involved. Hold on. Sorry. I like the Taylor's involved. I like all these characters we have. But the problem is, I stopped caring after, like, the first 3 episodes. They're so fucking great, and they were carried by the acting performances. Every single actor does great at their job. And, I think the idea of a Skrull rebellion and stuff like that, decent choreographed fight scenes, fun humor, even if it's minimal and stuff like that, I really like it. And even though a lot of the episodes are dialogue, the fact that it's carried by great actors helps with the dialogue, so you get meaning out of it. Now that suffers along the way, because then we get into episode 4 and 5. 2 episodes with, they're alright, but the main problem they have is runtime. We go from these 50-minute things to 40 minutes to 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I'm sorry to say this, it's just not a suitable time to tell a story to the extent of what Secret Invasion is meant to be. So everything comes off feeling rushed and pushed way ahead when we should still be on a certain other subject, and we don't get as much time with our character. And that really just sucked. Because had episode 4 and 5 been around 50 minutes, similar to the first few episodes, we would have gone farther, we would have had more to the show, it wouldn't have felt as rushed. It still would have felt decently rushed because, like, it's Secret Invasion and it's only 6 episodes. That's fucking wild. The show, like, could have at least been 9. If WandaVision or She-Hulk can be 9, Secret Invasion can be 9. But, oh my, has he come back? Is he here? Oh my god, has he arrived?
I have arrived.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Jamie. I expected you to be gone.
Oh, the conversation has completely spiraled since you left.
Really?
I spent about the first 10 minutes talking about, then I switched to comic book movies in general and shows. Then I talked about the box office of the MCU DC. Now I'm talking about the issues with the MCU shows and why it affects the movies.
Alright. I feel that's a perfect topic for us to pick back up on. So, pick me up to speed.
Well, right now I'm going over why Secret Invasion fucking failed, along with the last 4 shows of the MCU and why it affects the overall appreciation for the MCU and the box office for future movies.
Okay.
And I was basically just talking about how, due to a 6-episode series about the Secret Invasion, and episode 5 are 30 minutes, it really negatively takes away a lot of things that should be in the show by giving it a shorter runtime for no reason.
Okay.
Secret Invasion started off good in my opinion, but it was really carried by great actors.
Right.
There were great performances in the show, especially graphics actor. I think he does really well in the. But the show fucking fails because they shorten it down and make it feel completely rushed, which it already would have felt if the episodes were still as long as they should be, because it's only 6 episodes.
Right.
And I also talked about how the Marvels, well, it's still going to do good in the box office,
Of course.
probably won't do as well as some of the other films, because to really feel clued in on what's going on, you have to know Secret Invasion, you have to watch Miss Marvel, you have to watch WandaVision, and you have to be caught up with the other movies on the way. And a lot of people really don't want to watch the show because they've really gone hill since.
I agree.
And basically I was comparing that to the DCU that we're going to have with James Gunn, because Blue Beetle and Aquaman 2 are projected to not do great at the box office.
Right.
And what they really need to do is focus on marketing to bring back the hype for Superman Legacy and the other things to come after it.
I feel like
Because without marketing or promotion, it's not going to bring in as many people.
exactly. And people we're going to forget that it even exists and won't end up going seeing it. I feel like that's the issue with Blue Beetle. I feel like people just don't know it's coming out. They don't know it's literally less than 30 days from this movie hitting theaters, and it's sad, and people probably don't even know it exists unless you're if you're a fan of movies, but you're not on Twitter, you probably don't even know this movie's existence because they don't play trailers on YouTube, they don't play trailers on TV, and it affects the movie a lot. It affects the movie more than you would think. And like what you were saying with the MCU and stuff, I feel like the Marvels is probably going to do well because one, it's an all female lead cast. I don't see that failing in today's time. Samuel Jackson is part of the movie. But do people want to sit through and watch, 6 episodes of WandaVision, or is it 9?
9.
No, okay, that those are like 30 to 45 minutes each, with like 2 episodes like being an hour long. Nobody wants to watch that. Then watch Miss Marvel, then Secret Invasion, then watch Captain Marvel, and then know everything prior to the MCU. Now, mind you, you could just, look up what happens on Google, but like, does the general audience like really want to waste all that time? I don't think so.
Exactly.
I don't think so. And like, if you have been out of the MCU loop, this is not a movie you would want to go see either. Like, I don't know, man. I don't see it making like. Well, what's the budget? I feel like that's what we should know first before projecting.
Over Marvel?
It's like over like 20 mil.
I'll look it up.
Thank you. Shit.
I have no clue.
What's
Well, I'm pretty sure all Marvel projects, or at least movies, are default over 200 million budget.
Of course, because they require shitloads of CGI.
Yeah.
So this movie's no
So
good.
pretty much just imagine over that.
I'll say about like a generous 250 to 300 mil. It's probably just going to make 100 mil back, and that's about it. I don't see this movie making over like Ant-Man. What do you think, like 500 with a 200 mil budget?
But you never know. Something surprised you. I'm pretty sure
True.
Captain Marvel made over $1 billion in the box office.
Over $1 billion?
Yeah.
Jeez. Well,
Which is surprising because after the fact, no one really liked the movie. But
at the end of the day, it's a female lead.
It was a big deal. Yeah.
I don't like how they marketed like the first female superhero when Wonder Woman came out a year prior. I don't fuck with that. But I don't know. The trailer goes hard though. Like, I won't lie. Like, I'm not interested in the movie, but the trailer goes hard.
What, the Marvel?
Yeah, I like the music, like the way it like goes with it. I like it. It's hard, but it.
I'm interested. I'm gonna see the movie, of course. But
of course, But
I think it's just one of those things where it's like it's there for fun.
Right.
I'm not gonna come out really thinking anything.
Right. I'll probably end up watching Secret Invasion soon. I was hoping that the big surprise for the final episode was going to bring me back in, but I was surely wrong. I think it was just what they showed.
I mean, if you want me to be real,
they did just show the Super Scroll, and that was it.
Yeah, I'm just not very interesting either.
Yeah, see, so I don't know.
Like I said, I think the main takeaway from Secret Invasion is graphic. I think as bad as disappointed as I am in the show, I think Gravik is an S tier villain in the MCU, and I think his performance is actually really great.
And Gravik is the black guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's interesting. And he actually ends up being a Super Skrull as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. Apparently, like, everyone's just a Skrull, so you're just playing a guessing game of who's real and who's not. That's what I've heard. That's how Secret Invasion is supposed to be.
Yeah. Actually, how much do you care about spoilers?
Not that much. I'm gonna end up watching, but I don't care about this show. I wish I did because
There was one decently sized twist in the finale, but like they didn't elaborate on it, so there's not much to say about it. But seemingly, Rhodey has been a Skrull since after Civil War.
That's crazy. I seen that.
Yeah. Which I didn't expect. Like, I wanted them to go that route because it actually meant something. But I didn't think they would. I thought they'd be like, oh yeah, he's been a Skrull since like after Endgame. But they actually went for it, which I'm surprised at.
It's a big plot. So it seems, I don't know, for it to be Secret Invasion, doesn't really feel like Secret Invasion, bro. Like,
Actually, it really wasn't. Like, in my personal opinion, the first episode set it up really good. I thought the first episode was great. Like, not much happened, but you could see what was going on. Everything after that slowly just slowed down, and by the time you got to episode 4, nothing really mattered anymore. It didn't feel like there was an invasion. It was just Fury and Gravik exchanging punches.
wow. Sounds so mid. You would think like a Nick Fury show would be so dope. Okay, I have to know who did Nick Fury call? Because apparently he called somebody. Who did he call?
He didn't. People were talking about that shit. It's literally just him calling Gravik and saying, "Let's end this." People thought he was calling an Avenger or something like that. He was really just calling Gravik.
That's so.
I don't know why people thought it.
It's an MCU show.
Like, they only had a $250 million budget, which is a lot for a show, but, like, they had Samuel Jackson, you know, they had a bunch of actors in it. Of course, it's going to cost a lot. I doubt they have enough money for another Avenger.
Yeah. So instead, we got knockoff Super Scroll. Fucking. What else? People were thinking Daisy was coming back, or AKA Quake, which I was.
People were thinking that. I didn't.
I was hoping to.
I didn't see it coming. The only cameo we got was Mason from Blackwood. Hooray!
Nobody knows who that is.
True.
And
another problem I have with the show,
Mhm.
which is that, like, there's no resolution. The whole reason Gravik and his followers go up against everything and try to, you know, start World War III is because Fury didn't find a home for them. And then by the end of the series, Gravik doesn't even get to explain why he did it to Fury. Fury just doesn't get to give a reason or give reasoning as to why he didn't do it. Everything just ends.
You serious?
Like, that's one thing that annoys me, is that the final fight is between Gaia and Gravik, because Gaia pretends to be Fury. That's Taylor's daughter. I think you know that.
I did not know that.
Well, yeah, that's Taylor's daughter. But the problem is she pretends to be Fury.
Yeah.
So for the entire time, Gravik is explaining everything. He's yelling at Fury. He's giving a damn good performance. It's not even Fury. So, like, there's no emotional weight. At the end of the day, Fury still lowballed 1,000,000 scrolls, and it didn't really matter.
Wow.
So I just think it's kind of stupid.
So he's still in space.
Yeah.
Wow. See, man, that's just. Who writes this, man?
I don't know.
Because that is just not. That's not even close to being good at all. Like that. Like, out of every Disney Plus show, you would think that Secret Invasion would have the most potential, but it just suffers from every other Disney Plus show. It's just.
Because it's weird, because they also don't even explain it. Because honestly, in the perspective of Secret Invasion, Fury is pretty much the villain.
Wow.
But they never paint him that way.
You never think that unless you know, like, read between the lines. Basically, you basically have to do that, right? Read between the lines. I don't like shows that do that.
But yeah, like I said, if anything, the most notable thing from Invasion is the performances. There's a lot of dialogue-heavy scenes, and, you know, they're really good. It just sucks that it was in a show that ended up not being very great.
It's crazy. So, we make a Nick Fury show that's not even Nick Fury. I don't know how I feel about that, bro. That makes me want to see it less. I'm not gonna. I'm still gonna watch it, but it's just like I don't know. Out of everything we can do in the MCU, this is what we do. Not the
I
real.
mean, like I said, it had potential. It could have been good. They just lowballed it because they gave it such small runtime. Like, you shouldn't have 30-minute episodes in a show called Secret Invasion about an invasion.
Exactly. I need to stop naming stuff after big comic book events that actually are a big deal, and then just
Bro, if they just named this something other than Secret Invasion, maybe I wouldn't be as disappointed. Like, I'd still be a bit upset, but you know what I
it
mean.
would have been more acceptable.
Yeah.
But you know, you got you want to call it a big comic event? Like this is a comic event that lasted like 2 or 3 years. Like it was a big deal.
I remember the showrunner said something like, the MCU may never be the same after this. And nothing happened. Like, there were some deaths, and then there was the Rhodey like that, but nothing changed.
Rhodey's barely in the MCU to begin with.
For real.
So like it doesn't like yeah, like it's crazy that Rhodey is somewhere not knowing that his best friend is dead, but it's just like it holds no value.
And it's also just like, if any Avenger that you can think of off the top of your head is going to be a Skrull, it's going to be Rhodey.
True, true.
So, like, there's no real surprise.
No, because you wouldn't think it would be a big Avenger like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but, like, obviously, if the only, like, real Avenger that you get in the show is Rhodey, he's going to be the one that's the Skrull.
True.
It should have been a multiple thing. It should have been a movie event.
It should. This show should have. I hate to side with Roman here, but it should have been a build up to the actual Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
And then the reason all of this is happening because you didn't find us a home. Not because we want to be prepared for the Kree invasion. No, you didn't find us a home. We're angry, so yeah, get prepared to get invaded.
But see, that's the whole thing. That's the point. Because, like, exactly what Gravik says. He's like, you pimped us, Fury. Because that's exactly what Fury did. He just used them for his own benefit, told them he'd find them a home, and then he never did. All he had to do was say, maybe this will take a lot more time than I thought. And then the show never would have happened.
But honestly,
But that's never acknowledged. Fury just doesn't, he's too prideful.
but honestly, that's some shit that Nick Fury would do.
Sure.
At least it's comic accurate Fury. That's what he does. Like I don't know. You probably haven't read it, but there's a comic run. It's like a little one-off story. It's called Secret War. Not Secret War, Secret War, and it's an event about Fury invading Latveria just to get rid of I guess secrets on him and like the other U.S. government, and he uses heroes for his own benefit, and then after that he just disappears. So this is something that Nick Fury for sure would do, but I feel like the way they're going on about it is probably not it, dog.
Yeah.
But kind of bold that they would actually do that in the MCU. You would think that everything's sunshine and rainbows, but guess not. Again, and
Oh, wait, is this new casting news for Superman Legacy?
ooh, who got casted?
I'm pretty sure the actress that's going to play Jade in the Mortal Kombat movie is playing Huntress in Superman Legacy.
Ooh, dope! Oh, that's dope. Is that the only one? Please tell me there's something else.
I mean, there might be. That's the only one I saw.
Possible Black Canary casting? Check my Twitter right quick.
Let me see if there's anything else.
My X. I gotta go to X.
Let's see, casting. Week. Can't find anything.
Well, on the other hand, there is some new information about the pre-order beta on the frequent questions. So we're finna read that now. Okay, what is the Mortal Kombat 1 pre-order beta? The Mortal Kombat 1 pre-order beta is a bonus for those who pre-order the game on PS5 or Xbox Series X, providing an opportunity to play Mortal Kombat 1 before the game launches. When is the beta? We know that. What platforms would beta be on? Xbox. Okay. Xbox.
By the way, I just ought to say the Superman Legacy casting is fake.
Oh, it is?
But actors can't be cast during the strike, and it's from a different account.
Yo, I forgot about that. Sorry, anybody who's watching or watches this when you got excited. What is this?
It's just weird because it's such a random actress.
Yeah,
like not to say that she's nobody, because she's been in movies. She was in the Uncharted movie, I'm pretty sure. But it's just why pick her of everyone?
True. But you say that for why is Dora playing Hawk Girl?
True.
So, you know. But that would be a dope casting, though. I won't lie. I'll take it.
Anyway, I'm sorry. What did you say about the pre-order beta?
Okay, so the platforms Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC will not get it. Okay, this is a big one. Will players who participated in the Mortal Kombat 1 online stress test have access to the pre-order beta? No, players who participate in the stress test will not automatically be granted access to it. So that's, if you guys didn't know that. How will those who pre-order digitally receive the pre-order beta? So those who pre-order digitally will get the code on the 15th.
Yeah.
So you'll get your code. How will those who pre-order to a retailer receive access? For physical and digital pre-orders made through participating retailers, beta codes will be provided with a redeemable Warner Brothers game code until the end of the pre-order period. Okay.
Uncle I says they're going to get the code on the 15th. I fully expect everyone to be waiting, and then they're going to be push the codes back to the 17th, just like they did with the stress test.
Probably. I don't know, but yeah, it probably will. But there is a time. Luckily, this time there is a time, so we know when. So you know when it will be at August 15th, 11 EDT, 10 a.m. CDT, 8 a.m. PDT. So early in the morning. What game mode will be supported? One-on-one online multiplayer, as well as limited single-player classic towers. So there's no, I guess there's no whatchamacallit? I guess there's no practice mode. Interesting.
Doesn't surprise me.
I'll take it. I'm cool with there not being a practice mode. I guess I was wrong earlier. Me, you, and Cobra were talking about it, I believe. So okay, that's cool. So it's basically just gonna be the stress test with a couple more characters, which is cool. I don't have an issue with that. People complaining should just honestly shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, will any progress during the pre-order beta carry over to the main game at launch? No, the pre-order beta will not. Okay, so that mean I guess assuming there's going to be some progress being made. So I guess count levels, records, maybe customization. It's kind of curious of why they would include
I'm
that.
not expecting it.
Not expecting anything, but speculation. Kind of weird as to why they would mention that. Why would progress? That throws me off.
Well, checking out first when the beta drops, Johnny or Lee May.
Well, of course, gotta check out Johnny first. His peaky gauge, so I have to.
Fair enough.
I think I want to see how both of them play first, so I can like already have in mind: am I maining Sub-Zero and Lou again, or am I also adding the Lee May and Johnny to my list? I might pick up Johnny. I was looking at the gameplay of Johnny earlier, like that nigga looks super fun, bro.
I agree.
So I'm excited to pick that up. Let me see if there's any more new, because this is the first mention of crossplay, but is it in the beta? Or with this game and crossplay, is that will it be? And it says no. Wait, let me read. I don't want to read anything wrong. Okay, will the Mortal Kombat 1 pre-order beta support cross-platform between PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X? No, the Mortal Kombat pre-order beta will not support cross-platform. It says the beta, it doesn't say the game, so
Well, that didn't give much.
it doesn't give much. It's like we still don't know if the actual game is going to support crossplay, which is weird.
Yeah.
So I guess if you pre-ordered your game, but not digitally, so on the PlayStation Store, the Xbox Store, you will receive a code to play it. So if you already pre-ordered, don't worry if you didn't pre-order digitally. It's okay. You will get a code. Just make sure you have a WB account, or else it will be hell for you to get in. So, will you try?
Why do some people still think Lee May killed Jared?
I don't understand that, because that makes absolute. I'm not going to say 0 cents, because anything's possible. Never rule anything out.
Yeah, it's possible. It's just like I feel
Why?
you heard Liu Kang wrong. You heard him wrong. Like, it was on her watch that the father was killed. That Katana's father was killed. That does not mean she killed him.
Exactly. Because people never watched the OJ trial. Just because he was there when it happened doesn't mean he did it. Like, am I right? Am I right?
OJ trial podcast?
OJ trial. I don't know, bro. It's going to be a little bit too controversial. But no, that in my opinion, he did not do it. He was just,
I mean, in my personal opinion, I believe he did.
But if the glove don't fit, he must have quit. Come on.
I wanted to say that, but it doesn't match with my perspective.
Okay. What's your perspective, little dog?
My perspective is the glove didn't fit because the blood had tightened it.
True. But prosecutors didn't decide to push up on him. They probably should have.
There's also the note that Cochran made the case about race, which was very smart because it got OJ off.
W Nats. But then OJ decided to make the dumb statement that I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Didn't he end up like threatening someone or robbing someone later?
He did something.
Yeah,
I think
I forget.
he assaulted someone or something, bro.
Classic.
I just know that bro should not, be out in public.
Ooh.
Nigga's sick. But I think it's safe to say Aquaman 2 is going to get delayed.
Delayed?
I think it's, or maybe it can't get
Oh, we haven't seen a trailer yet, have we?
at all. There's not
Like even a teaser.
no teaser, no trailer, and the only thing we know about this movie's coming out in December of this year, and the only thing we know is what that new suit looks like, which is trash. They ruined the
What, the suit?
yeah, like why would you?
I ain't seen it.
It's just a stealth suit. Jason Momoa revealed it on his Instagram. Like,
I'll go look it up.
it's just, I'm not rocking. Like, I think the suit they had for the first movie was perfect. Like, there was no need to change that good of a suit. Like, they're just,
I mean, there's just really nothing to this suit.
yeah, it's just, it doesn't scream Aquaman.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Zack Snyder's suit, it's Aquaman still,
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Are you gonna try to play the beta this time? Try to cloud stream, whatever?
Probably not. Probably just watch.
Fair enough. I should be streaming it.
Yo, I know you don't care about Twitter and stuff like that. This isn't even related to Mortal Kombat. I'm just like, I feel like I just see some crazy. Like, I just saw a comment under a post about a show that I watched,
Mhm.
and excuse my language. I might say something that I shouldn't say,
It's okay.
but it's not the full word. It's a shortened version of it.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm going to shorten it a bit more. But the comment is, they have a fag playing a woman in this show, so I'm not. Homosexual black men are the reasons I don't watch television anymore.
What?
Who comes up with that? What?
What? What?
What do you mean by that?
What? Okay, what show are they talking about? I'm curious.
American Horror Story.
What the fuck?
Because in season 9 and season 10, there's I forget the actress's name, but she's trans and she's black.
Oh.
And this dude just decided homosexual black men. I don't watch.
Like, there's certain, like, come on, bro.
Who can relate?
I guess homophobes. I don't know.
I thought he was Cobra.
There's just certain stuff that just doesn't need to be said, bro.
True.
And Twitter like asks you, like, are you sure you? I know they asked that nigga, dude. Are you sure you want to send this tweet? And he said, "Yep, yeah, I think I want to see it. I want to send it." Like, there's a whole process.
Bro, I just don't get like what in your head makes you think that like, oh yeah, people are gonna agree with me when I say this.
Exactly. Like, what? Unless it's just bait, and like, that's terrible bait. Like, what?
Exactly. Like, there's no joke to it.
No.
It's just I don't like homosexual black men.
Right. That's just terrible. Don't get people like that now. Like what you like. I mean, I guess if you don't like it, good for you. But like, I don't think you need to say certain things in public, bro.
For real.
Especially not in today's time, bro. Because people just don't learn.
Oh, damn. They found a millionaire crypto influencer dismembered in a suitcase.
Oh God. You know the owner of Cash App?
Okay, oh my god, bro.
What?
I scrolled down in the comments and I see from crypto to the crypt.
Oh my God, bro. The only owner of Cash App died.
Damn.
Yeah,
Why? Like, how?
I think he got murdered.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they killed that nigga. Like in broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
Like dead ass. Like almost like I think it was like on the New York Bridge or some shit like that. It was like broad daylight. They just wet that nigga up. It's crazy. So
Well, anyway. Well, it has been a good time. It is 8:30, and I'm afraid I will have to depart.
well, it has been a great time. Man, you're studying here longer than I thought you would. So I'm glad we started early. That's one thing I'm glad of.
Yeah.
We started early that way, like, the main members could hop in if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's mainly what I want.
But, no MDV, per usual.
Per usual, he'll probably be like, you guys want to do a pod tonight? And you may say, if we start right now, yeah, Phil's going to be at work or he won't be available. Hop on COD. I probably won't see it, or I'll see it like 2 minutes or later. I'll be like, yeah, and the MDV will get off, and it'll be a hassle, and then you'll only be here for 30 minutes, and we'll only have like an hour show. So,
how long has this podcast been?
That is a good.
Oh, damn, 2 hours and 10 minutes.
I'll take that. That's good. 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Wow.
So down there almost 3 hours. You can't stay for 20 more minutes?
No.
Why not?
What?
I said, why not? You gotta go eat dinner, little bro.
No, I already ate dinner while I was talking to you.
Oh. I heard you munching.
Had some steak and rice.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It was alright. Steak could have been better.
Yeah.
But rice is always good.
Rice is always good. If you make it right, some people make bland ass rice, but
True.
if you cook it right, or like fried rice is like personally like the best rice, honestly. Like no contest for me.
I'm a very basic person, so I like basic white rice, except with stuff in it.
Of course.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like, yeah. Okay, I guess before you leave the podcast, I must ask, since we're on the topic of rice, how do you cook your rice? What's your ideal rice? Like, how do you make your rice?
I mean, there isn't really any how do you make yours?
So, when I'm preparing my rice, usually get the bag, put the bag in some water, throw some butter in there, saute it a little bit with some seasonings, not just one, because I'm not a basic salt and pepper type of guy. I throw multiple seasons in there and let it cook, stir it around, rip the bag open, throw some more seasoning, butter, mix it around, and then usually just throw some cheese on top of it. Boom, that's my ideal rice.
My ideal rice is usually that, except with a bit less to it.
Fair enough.
I don't add tons of seasonings, but like, you know, besides the obvious pepper and salt, I add quite a bit of salt, but I also have basil and shit like that I like to put in it. And I usually don't really go with any cheese, just lots of butter,
Fair
but not too much butter,
Right.
because then it takes away from the taste of the actual rice.
True. I agree with that. Well,
But yeah, I don't really use a lot of seasonings. Like, I know that's the classic white person thing, but I only use like seasonings on like steak.
right.
Like, if I have steak, I'm gonna put a lot more on there than I would on something like rice.
True. As long as you season your meat well and you marinate your meat, I don't have an issue with you, James. I'm not gonna call you a basic white boy. But if you if you just throw salt and pepper on like chicken or whatever, like if you're preparing like like to fry chicken,
That's weird.
like just throwing salt and pepper on there and then calling that a happy damn day, that's gonna be the driest chicken you've ever had in your entire life.
Because there's nothing to it.
Exactly. I don't get how some of you Caucasian people do it.
I don't know. Maybe they've just never tried it with more, so they don't know how much better it tastes.
True. Which I know it's a stereotype, but like I know people who do this, so like I'm convinced that like 75% of Caucasian people cannot cook.
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't try many white people cooking. I don't think I worded that right, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, my grandfather, he's a great cook.
Right.
But my father, he's a fine cook. There's nothing he makes good food, stuff like that. My sister can cook, I can cook.
Right.
But like outside of my general family, I don't, who can all cook pretty well. I don't really know any white people that can cook that make good or bad food, because I just don't really taste many other people's cooking.
I don't blame you. I'm like that too. It's like I don't really like eating other people's food.
Yeah, it's just
outside of my family.
I don't know why, because I'll be at a friend's house or something, and I accept what they give me, because like I don't want to be like no thank you and stuff like that if they're offering me dinner, but like it also just feels weird eating it,
Right.
because it's like this isn't really mine.
Right.
Anyway, I should probably get going.
No, I think you have a little bit more time. Could you at least explain to the audience where you're going, mister?
Going to watch a movie with my sister.
I thought she was at work, little gang.
No, she has earlier.
Oh, W.
She goes in and gets out at 8.
Oh, that's good. It's huge W.
I mean, it's nice because more time with her at night, but I prefer when she got home at 11, because usually around 8 is the time I like writing.
Ah, fair enough. I got you.
I don't know. She's just better in the night, I guess.
Shut up. Well, your name is the Night Stalker, not like the serial killer. At all. But, so I guess it would make sense that you prefer, ideally, the nighttime.
I mean, the nighttime in general is just much more interesting.
True.
I feel like, people spend most of their time doing stuff in the day, that the night feels more special in the sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Less people are there for it. Usually just awake. I mean, asleep.
Right. But the people that are like nocturnal, doesn't that mean like you're a night person or not? Nocturnal.
Well, yeah.
For the most part. So, we were very.
It's weird because I like staying up late, but I also like waking up early, which usually isn't a combination that you see together.
True.
Because you'd think I like going to bed so late, I wouldn't want to wake up so early, but I do. Of course, that means lack of sleep, but
True.
Recently, I've been waking up hella late because I go to bed so late.
Yeah.
Like today, I fell asleep at like 6:30 last night.
Yeah.
I woke up at 4 in the afternoon today.
Jeez.
That's like way later than I usually like waking up.
Yeah, that is late as fuck. But that's,
Of course, when school comes around, I'll be back to waking up at 5:30.
yeah. I'm happy to start school back up because at least I have all my classes with my best friends, so I'm happy about that.
I don't know. We know nothing about our schedules yet.
I think
I still haven't even started my summer work. I should probably get to that.
summer work. I forgot you told me.
Yeah.
I be forgetting you told me you have to do that stuff.
I know, because you people are so lucky and don't got there.
Like, bro,
I got a whole book and a half to read and write multiple paragraphs and
the
essays.
fuck is it only
Oh, and math work.
what
What?
math?
Oh, trust me, it was so much worse last year. So after I left 10th grade and was out for summer vacation, our math teacher, do you know what Khan Academy is?
Yes, bro. I have a personal beef with him.
Well, he gave us 250 Khan Academy assignments. 250.
What?
And we had to do them over the summer. I did all of them, alright?
Mhm.
We get into 11th grade, the teacher says we didn't need to do that shit.
Now, kids, what I'm finna say, YouTube, everyone, I don't condone this, okay? I don't condone what I'm about to say. But James, I wouldn't blame you if you would have shot that school up, bro.
Uh-huh.
Cause, well, not the school. I wouldn't blame you if you shot that teacher like dead in the face, like between.
I wouldn't blame a lot of other people either.
Cause like how are you gonna tell me that? Oh, you guys have to do 250 Khan Academy assignments over the summer, and then tell me next year, oh, you guys didn't have to do all that.
Right.
Like what? I feel bad for the kid that actually spent his whole summer doing that.
Yeah, that would be me. Because most other people didn't do it, because kids in my school kind of suck.
Well,
But I don't blame them in this case.
yeah, because
250 fucking assignments. But like, me being who I am, I'm like, I need to get all this done. I got it done. Boom, I didn't need to get it fucking done.
it's so mid, bro.
Although I kind of feel bad for the teacher because, like, he was a bad teacher, but he was like he was one of those people. He seems like an okay guy, like he seems like a cool guy,
Yeah.
but as a teacher, he sucks.
I feel you.
But when I was in 11th grade, apparently, back in 10th grade, where he was still teach, got fired.
Oh,
These kids in his room were saying the N-word 24/7, and he couldn't stop them. They were loud as hell, so.
bro, it's a group of African American teens, bro. You're not finna stop us from saying that word, bro.
Yeah.
Say it all. It's like it's the number one word in our people's vocabulary. N-A.
Pretty much.
G-A, not G-R. Even though some of you people like to say that too. You should be ashamed of yourself if you say that word.
For real.
So how many assignments do you have this time?
It's not even 2 pages, I don't think.
Oh, well, that's not that bad.
Yeah. The problem is the reading, which, like, it's not even a problem because it's a good book. It's The Road. But I'm taking an AP class. The CP class got a better book. They got Girl Interrupted, which is a great book. But The Road is an alright book. But my problem is, like, I've already read it. I've watched a movie for it multiple times. And rereading it's going to be a bore. But then, after I do that, I have to read, like, 9 chapters of another book. And then I have to write multiple essays connecting them or some shit.
What?
Like, what's the reason? Just let me write a review on the...
I don't get English teachers, bro. It's like Okay, guys, I want you to read this book. This book that has nothing to do with what's going to happen in your life. But I want you to write an essay telling me what it was about. But I want you to do it in a specific format. I don't want you to talk how you talk. I don't want you to be original. I want you to put it in a simple format. I don't like that shit. I do not like that
Yeah,
shit. What do y'all
doesn't
use?
help that.
Y'all use MLA?
What?
Y'all use MLA?
Yeah,
I hate MLA, bro. I have one-sided beef with MLA formatting, bro.
bro. But I mean, like, the problem is that most books the school makes you read, they're just not good books.
At all.
Like, there are occasional good ones. Like, in my school, I can name two. The Great Gatsby was a good book, and Of Mice and Men was a good book. Besides those two, every other book I read, I did not give a shit about.
Wow.
So that's like 2 out of or 15 or more.
I don't even know what book we read. I think we read a book in 11th grade because I got lucky.
Damn.
My TA, she got pregnant and had a baby, so I got lucky.
It's always those teachers, bro.
So
My teacher got pregnant too. For ELA.
so how did that work? How did your class work go?
It's fine. Like, she didn't really lead into.
Well,
But the worst book I ever read in school was The Omnivore's Dilemma back in 7th grade. It was basically about some guy that went around and talked about like the bad conditions of slaughterhouses and farms,
wow.
and cool, bringing awareness to that and shit like that. But it was so fucking boring. That'd be the worst book I ever read.
For me, it's got to be the Scarlet Letter, bro. I have one-sided beef with the Scarlet Letter, bro. Like
I've heard of that. I've never actually read it.
it's so it infuriated me. Like I went on a 30-minute rant in class after we like me because me and my English teacher was she was cool. Like, she was cool as I had in 10th grade, bro. But I went on a rant about how stupid that. Okay, what was the main character name is, bro? She an idiot.
Esther.
Yes, bro. She's a idiot, a fool, a goofball.
Uh-huh.
Fucking the people, the pagans, whatever their names were, they were idiots. They were literally the most hypocritical niggas on earth. I went on a 15-minute rant about that. It was just terrible, bro.
Uh-huh.
Like I never read about like the Crucible. Like it was like I enjoyed reading the Crucible, but that book pissed me off too, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. Was it true in old timey writing?
Yeah, it was a play, so you got to act it out in class. So I liked it. I like acting, so.
When it comes to stuff like that, I don't really care.
Threw me off that the dude, what's his name, John Proctor, he was having an affair with a 19-year-old, but
Of course.
but in real life time she was a minor. So it's like, who wrote this, bro? Like, you guys aged her up? It's like, what? So it just threw me off, bro. But it was good. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed the Scarlet Letter. I wanted to like pull my hair out of Scarlet Letter. Reading this shit, it was just terrible. Also, I tried to read Roots for the first time. I couldn't, bro. I feel like the movie's better, but I can't read Roots all the way through, bro. I don't know. Have you read Roots? James. Oh, hold up. My Discord's glitching. Hold that thought. Alright, hello? Alright, hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Wow, you can hear me now?
I can hear you now. Alright, so continue, my friend.
Yeah, I have read Roots. It was I enjoyed it.
Oh,
What?
I just couldn't get into it, man. I just couldn't.
I don't know, it's kind of one of those things that just exist to me. But one of the worst books I read, besides The Omnivore's Dilemma, was Their Eyes Were Watching God.
What's that about?
It's basically about this lady. I forget her name, but basically she goes through like husbands,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of like it's mainly about black folk back then.
Mm-hmm.
But it's alright. The story itself isn't the bad part. A hurricane happens at some point. A bunch of shit happens, stuff like that. The problem is, actually, there was a movie made about it. I'm sure Halle Berry's. But
I feel like I've heard it before.
the problem is, the book is written in some black Southern drawl type writing.
Oh, that's bad.
Like you need to pay attention to understand. Like, over a while it got better, but I kid you not, the first time my class read the first chapter, nobody understood it. It was so bad. Because like the word just, I don't know how to describe it. It was just horrendous.
Let me take a guess. It told basically how slaves used to talk back then.
Well, kind of, but it was more still, because like it wasn't slavery times. It was after that, but like it was like
40s or 30s.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was around that time.
Yeah.
But
Southern African American dialect is terrible. Like throughout the time. But continue.
I don't really even know how to continue. I kind of want to like pull up a page and just give you an idea, but I don't know if I could find one. Let me see.
When was it written? If you don't mind me asking.
When was it written?
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Okay, wow. It was written in
19 what?
1937.
Wow. Makes sense.
Let me see if I can find a page. Alright, this one will kind of give you an idea. But trust me when I say nowhere near the worst. I'll post it in general.
Alright, I'll read it.
Like, nowhere near the worst.
I can't wait to see what Cobra's reaction is.
Like, the dialogue is the main problem.
Okay. Now, who said I didn't want the man to get... Oh, that we don't know, Hicks. He said he can, and I believe though what he's talking about. I reckon if colored folks got their own town, they can have post offices and whatsoever they please. Yonder give a damn Let us wait and see. Oh, I'm awaiting. Alright. Specs to keep on waiting till hell freeze over. I'll get reconciled. That woman don't want you. What? What?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Like I said, nowhere near the worst.
That's just fucking terrible. That's just terrible. God.
Like there were some parts where I genuinely had to reread it like 4 times before to what they were actually saying.
God. Spring Goblin. Oh my gosh. That is just. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's for a whole book.
I feel offended, honestly. Did a black person write this? I doubt it.
Yeah, I believe she's black.
Wow. Should be ashamed. You're making us all look bad. Or made us all look bad, I guess.
I'm pretty sure the story is actually slightly based off of. Pretty sure the author had 3 husbands.
Wow. At once, or like.
No, like over time. Like she got divorced 3 times and stuff like that.
I mean, that.
But I'm pretty sure she was famous.
Interesting.
Or became famous later in life after she had passed.
Well, sounds about right. It's just, I don't know, man. Like these Pulitzer Prize winners that like schools have you be reading, they're just not good half the time. They like just be the most basic stories, but they're supposed to be like so good. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me.
Well, anyway, now that it's about 9, maybe now's finally my time to dip.
Yeah, I feel like I've kept you on long enough. But okay, you gotta do the outro.
Jesus, 3 hours?
Yes, sir. I had to keep you talking.
I mean, I knew that's what you wanted. I didn't think we reached it.
Well, W, honestly.
Well, anyway.
Alright, well, you gotta do the outro.
Games the others. Signing out.
Well, can you do the outro with me?
What is the outro?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for all stopping by. James has some closing.
We don't appreciate you.
James has some closing remarks he wants to make to you.
Hamburger.
Yeah.
Those are my words of wisdom.
Anything else, little dog?
No. Little cat.
Little cat. Man, I'm gonna have to give my cat.
Yo.
Because I'm the cat in the hat. How about that?
Oh.
And
My favorite guest character.
And the cat in the hat knows a lot about that.
Yo. Green eggs and ham cameo.
Yes, bro. Sam I am. No, I don't like green eggs and ham. With that being said, good night, everybody. Don't bomb on places, because that's bad.
Yo.
Don't shoot schools up. That's also bad.
Bro, that's the main takeaway of the podcast.
What the heck?
What's going on there?
What the heck? The fuck is going on in my house?
I don't know, bro. I want to call the authorities.
No. Not yet. I'm gonna have to go investigation.
I see. Mr. Detective.
I am a good detective. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many times I'm going to say that phrase, but um, don't kill yourself. That's bad and probably hurts. So be careful, guys, out there. Don't run with scissors in your hand or knives, because it's dangerous.
True.
So I'm gonna go fix dinner. As you guys can hear, my background's getting louder, and I'm gonna go investigate and probably blow myself. So you guys have a great night. I love you guys. Thank you guys for letting the Darius video go on for so long. I'm really just
We don't love you.
I'm really just trying to keep James for as long as I can until he just undoubtedly leaves, which he won't, because he's a 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 he.
He's a gone.
And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And
Zoom nigga. Oh.
da 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 da.